live?
And welcome everybody to Bards of New York. I'd like to thank you all.
I got some bad news for you.
Oh, penis.
Here.
The camera's frozen. Woody is present,
Where is he?
but not here.
My stealth jutsu. No!
Welcome back, Woody.
Uncovered.
Welcome back, Woody.
Kermit just busted a nut.
Hi, friends. Hello.
Hey everybody, welcome to Bards of New York, the actual play D&D podcast where sometimes we actually play D&D.
What do we?
The Widow Play D&D podcast where sometimes we widow.
The actually, what are we playing D&D?
Good, yes.
Okay,
We should maybe set up cameras to just record the 30 minutes before we go live.
It's like just so everybody knows like the lead up into. Welcome, lovely community of Bards of New York. We of course are the Bards of New York, and welcome. So here we are, as always. We have a few announcements before we start our stream earnestly, because I guess we're not earnest yet. Number one, again, John isn't here. Damn. I don't know how else to cut this, but he fell in love.
Oh, John.
He has rat-human hybrid babies. And it's tough out there, man, with the new family. Like, just to support a family, raise them, rats
in an election year.
And rats age really quickly. Like they're gonna be going to college soon.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What about this was wholesome?
The family.
I'm just saying he's
Can I ask?
he's a family man.
Can I ask a question?
What? Yeah, go ahead.
Now, if John were to
like this.
be able to find himself among another rat, and he gets inside of said rat.
Stop.
Oh.
How many?
No. Let him cook. Let him cook. Let him cook.
I think the cooking is already going wrong.
I just think that it's important to understand the anatomy of
Anybody
a rat.
wearing any merch? Anybody got some merch?
Yeah.
All right, Dan. On that, I'm gonna let your imagination crawl through that deep dark hole.
Like he crawls through the sewers.
You know,
just like John.
Taco Master 7 in the chat says, I mean, you gotta raise the rats properly. Who else will train the TMNT?
You know what? I think John, as a father now, takes that very seriously. So that's where John is. He has a family, and
He's Master Splinter's grandfather.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to.
Whoa. And yeah, that's it. Also, I have un announcement. It's more of a plea. Starting from the right foot here. Hey,
in my face.
if you haven't yet, follow us on YouTube. I really like good numbers, and 5,000 is a really good number. And so if you aren't following us, even if you listen to it on the podcast, you're like, I fucking hate YouTube.
Oh, we're close. Okay.
I would agree. Actually, I love YouTube. But just just give us a little bit of that, and follow us. I'm begging you, on my knees, pretty please. Follow us on YouTube.
If we get to 10,000, don't we get a plaque?
No,
that's 100,000.
They don't do that anymore.
They don't do it anymore?
Oh, no, it's
100,000. 100 in the next 3 years. Our goal
Spotify
is
does
to hit
plaque stuff.
100,000.
I thought YouTube still does it.
They do it, but at 100,000.
Oh, 100,000.
Yeah, so just come follow us on YouTube. Yeah, just do it. Or else, I'll kill one of the players.
It's turned into from a plea to
Players?
a threat.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill one of you.
For every week that we don't hit 5K, Woody's gonna kill one member of the Nightmare
In fact,
Krew.
something we'd like to announce is that John is actually
Dead.
What is going on?
I killed John. And now we're almost to
You should have let me
5K.
know. We have. I think it's maybe in his
I got
house.
these scars.
We have like a fake dummy
See,
severed head
it all
that's
started with
modeled
one
after
morning.
John's face from when he was in the Scottish play, and I should have brought it just so you could like.
I
hoist
feel
it
like,
up.
is that against Twitch guidelines?
It's very clearly like
A
made of
mannequin
socks.
head.
Okay. All right. Well, that is my side of my announcements. Now over to your side of the mountain, Kyle. Do you have any announcements?
No, not really.
All
Just
right.
the same old promos that we have. Oh, we almost got
Nipple
nipples.
watch.
No, well, I'm on nipple watch.
Whoever sits next to Dan is always on nipple duty.
I'll be happy to take that.
That's what they
spot.
called me in high school.
One day, nipple dick. But yeah, we got some stuff, so it'll probably be in promo codes in the Twitch chat. You can find those in our Discord. Join our Discord. But yeah, for right now we're really just we're always repping Monument Studios with our music, our all exclusive music, we exclusively use them.
Yes, we exclusively use them. They're not making music for us, even though Monument Studios, if you want to talk, I mean, maybe down the line, we understand, but like
Definitely. We can chat.
I have a few ideas for the theme song. Starting with but.
And thank you, Kyle, for your side of the mountain. Now over to your side of the mountain, Hannah.
Just a really quick plug on our Discord. One of our lovely community members did make a bingo card, and I feel like I haven't talked about it in a while.
Oh my god.
I think it.
I'm gonna find it.
The mods might be able to remember where it is. I forgot where it is, but it is in our Discord. Join our Discord.
should be
And if you want to play bingo while you watch our shenanigans,
it's hard
please do, and then let us know when you get a bingo. And if you have bingo square ideas, put them in our Discord.
Yeah, and you have to take, if you get a bingo, you have to take your shirt off in stream and have somebody on nipple duty for you.
No.
What are some of the things that are on there?
You'll have to go check
I'll
out
go
our
check out our
Discord.
Discord.
Yeah, I think seeing your nipple, if it's not, it should.
Michaela
I found it,
and
I
Sherry
found it.
say it's in stream spoilers.
Yeah.
Dan, one
And
day
it's
you
pinned?
should have
It
like tape over
is
your
not
nipples.
pinned, but it's about to be.
and then like actually take your shirt off, and we all like lose our minds, but they're
Those nipples are
It is now pinned.
Yeah, for the series finale, Dan.
Yeah.
Get some
Thank
pasties.
you to our lovely mods, Michaela Art, Sherry, Hellhunter, Rachel D&D 28, and Nemi. You have my heart.
What is dinghy?
I don't know.
The Dinghy Jammer.
What's-
Okay,
A dinghy is a small boat.
we're gonna do
know what
RP
a
warm up.
dinghy
Yeah,
Small
please.
boat.
Oh, I didn't.
In fact,
did-
really quick update on this nipple situation.
oh.
As long as it is not sexually suggestive, it's okay.
What are you talking
So
about?
if you're
Everything Dan does is sexual.
if you're specifically trying to be sexually suggestive, then it's not okay.
Right.
And we could
Okay.
get stressed.
No, no.
But that doesn't mean to show your nipples, because that is sexually suggestive if you're doing it on purpose.
I'm not doing it on purpose. I need to make
You
sure.
were just about to raise your shirt on
so
purpose.
if
Winter Cameron says bony nip covers.
so I'm a
Wait a minute. Wait.
Could I get
Twitch
bony
girl.
tassels?
You're a Twitch girl?
I'm a Twitch girl. What activity do I need to be doing that is so non-suggestive that it's okay I don't have a shirt on?
Taxes.
Taxes.
Yes,
Paying
sometimes
taxes.
I don't
Twitch
know.
girls, they just sit there.
If you can
and they
think
speak.
it, I feel like it's somebody's
But
kink.
they got.
I was gonna say like building Legos.
Well, yeah, isn't there an insert rule for that? If it exists, there is porn of it, so
Yeah.
we're
Well, I
kind of
hate
fucked that way.
not Legos, IKEA furniture.
Damn it, Cherry. God fucking.
That's it.
This is
Okay.
Did no one
Well,
else hear that?
No.
I heard it too. I thought it was Ava.
She's in her bed.
Do we have a ghost?
Is your roommate home?
Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Excuse me, if you're here.
What if it was a
Okay, I
random
thought I was
person
crazy.
in the apartment?
We
We're
do.
not.
Wait,
If
there isn't?
Oh
There
my-
was definitely somebody walking around.
I understand now.
Is it?
I think he's receiving his dinner.
Oh, it's our behind the scenes producer.
Oh, it's our producer.
so
Does he
for those of you
flashback?
that
Good.
don't know, we've actually hired a producer recently.
Wait, don't listen to him.
This is nothing legal
she's
about
very,
this.
She's very nice.
We haven't hired anyone. We don't have money to pay.
Not a
people.
single
That's
penny
true.
has
We
changed
don't
hands.
have- we
money
to buy the
toilet paper. RP warm-up.
Yep.
Please, God.
In case you're new here or you haven't been here in a while, we do an RP warm-up where we ask a question of our D&D characters so that we can get to know them better, drop into the given moment or into the given mindset, and so that Danny Boy and Drusif can test our levels so that they don't have to worry about Will clipping the mic as much.
Okay.
So when we ask this question, if you are listening, watching, wherever you are, if there's a comment section or just in your beautiful mind, if you want to answer for your character, if you're playing a D&D character, if you're writing a book, answer for them. Or if you want to answer for yourself. This is an interesting question to answer for yourself. Because
And maybe we'll derail the entire
What are your
stream.
feelings
Yeah,
about
because-
the politics in the
yeah,
Middle East?
how do you feel about the man? So the RP warm-up question will begin with William, and we will work our way around this way. And it is, let me pull it up. What's your character's opinion on nobility/authority?
I thought we did this last week. Or we didn't do
We
this?
did
No,
not.
we didn't.
Oh,
do
we
this
didn't.
last week.
Okay.
It was suggested as
Yeah.
an idea.
But
we
now
put
that
it
we
in
are
the bank.
hopefully
We were like saving it
approaching
on our way to
Revan,
Revan.
An
we're gonna
interesting time to make
Yeah,
this.
given that the figures we look at as authority figures have changed since last episode.
Yep.
Kallias has a very contentious relationship with authority in their life for very obvious reasons, I feel like. The things that they once thought were authoritative and decisive and factual have been continually proved to not be necessarily so. So now, nobility, Kallias doesn't care about. That doesn't mean anything to Kallias. That never meant anything to Kallias. There's no such thing. It's made up. Now, as far as authority goes, authority only means as much to Kallias as it can be backed up by genuine and meaningful action. If you choose to exert authority but cannot, if you can talk the talk but not walk the walk, then there's no reason for Kallias to respect any of that. Because why would they? If you can walk the walk as well and walk it appreciatively, then Kallias is going to respect that. But you have to be able to back it up. Because we've dealt with a lot of messy authority figures since we started out on our journey, and none of them have been able to back up exactly what they were saying they could. That's the tea. That's all Kallias has got.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
And for Lilith, thank you. She has a complicated view of authority and nobility. One, because she's in it, and also because she was so close to oh, my mum is in charge. So it doesn't feel like that serious of a thing, and it also feels like the most serious thing at the same time. It feels more like a job to her, I think, than anything else. But she also has the opinion that she doesn't believe necessarily, and this is the structure that Revan had, she doesn't believe that it is like you have a divine right to rule or anything like that. Revan has a structure where you have the ability to challenge any heir and go campaign to replace them, and then the seat of power would be changed that way. And so her opinion was, if anyone was not ever suited to rule, they would be voted out. And I think that she still stands with that whole no divine right to rule should ever exist, but perhaps there are people who are better suited to the leadership position. And if they are elected fairly or they come to it fairly, then it's fine. But it's when that they, absolute power corrupts absolutely, that kind of thing. So that's what she thinks. Yeah. Complicated. And I think last episode really complicated it even more for her. So she's kind of reeling from it. But yeah, that's the best answer I can give right now.
Thank you, Hannah. Now over to me. Rittenhask, he's got two thoughts.
At all times.
Authority is something somebody earns, and through either deeds of their own or how they treat others around them, or something that they seize. Now you can earn it both ways, but I feel like there's how you go about gaining authority can be, if you take it, that means one thing, and if you are given it, that means another thing. Again, back to the quote, great man. There's a million quotes.
Some are born great.
Others have
some achieve greatness. Some
thrust
have
upon
great
them.
stuff.
Some men seek power, some choose never to wield it, but put themselves in it and find their way whatever. You know what I'm talking about. That shit. I'm so eloquent, guys. Look at me go.
I hate it.
And then for nobility, it's something someone is born into, but also something that somebody can achieve. I think that nobility, I think there's a difference between nobility and being a noble person, but I do think if a truly noble person can show signs and have an air of nobility, even without being born into nobility. That may be a little bit, I am noble. It's where I come from, so maybe I'm not seeing the forest for the trees.
The call is coming from inside the house.
Yes, exactly. But that's my thought, and that was it. Thank you very much. Over to you,
Is that from Finding
Femba.
Nemo?
No. Fam doesn't, in general, doesn't love authority.
Really?
nobility for like the Fey courts is kind of it's very much a given. It is a meritocracy, so it in his mind it has to do with like actual power. It has to do with influence, and like following. Like that is what kind of like pushes you towards power. But if he was quizzed on it, like when he looks at Cordian politics, he's kind of like, ugh.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Wait a minute.
It's all just in the pot, isn't it?
Yeah. Ember never idolized it in the sense of it would be lovely to be noble, so then obviously misguided. Kyle knows that. Because then like it would solve a lot of problems for you. You wouldn't have to worry about things and you'd be able to live in luxury. But now he hasn't thought about it in a while, and I think he's struggling with that. He's struggling with... Yeah. I don't know where Ember falls right now.
Great.
We'd love a character who's dealing with something.
Yeah.
Love a character on a journey.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because he's developing his own personal, like...
Going through it.
Yeah. And his idea of power and such, so... Yeah.
Heard. Thank you, Chef.
Nice.
Thank you.
Oh!
Anyways. Ryujin, authority and nobility, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ryujin,
It sounded like you were naming your fists.
yeah,
Authority and nobility.
Right. Honestly,
one day.
probably
my whip axe. My battle logic.
authority to him is he'll follow it as long as he feels respected. I don't know, not less than, you know,
It's not fists. It's
Yeah, right.
It's biceps.
Yeah, biceps.
Yeah,
or
sure.
even the pecs,
Yeah.
authority and nobility.
Make him dance.
Exactly. Anyways, so I would say Ryujin's idea on authority, he'll do what he needs to do to follow what laws he needs to follow within reason, of course. If it's something that's making other people, oppressing other people or anything of that sort, he won't stand for it. You know what I mean? For him, like, it's all about respect. As long as you're respecting people and the place you are in and everyone's environment, he's down with it. But if you're enslaving people or forcing people to do things, or if you're doing a bunch of stuff that he's not with, he'll try and do something about it. Nobility, I mean, similar thing. A lot of nobility has been great, which has been, I think, 2 people. So, and that's Lilith and Rittenhask.
Super normal nobility.
Yeah, I mean, they've been, yeah, exactly. So they've been fun. Other nobility, I guess, it comes down to respect again. As long as they're not treating me like I'm a piece of dirt, we're good to go. Unless there's a reason they're treating me that way, and it's because I did something, you know. But otherwise, I mean, we're vibing, we're chilling. Just be nice.
Woody,
be cool.
I need you to know that
Excellent.
no one can see that.
Thank you.
You
Yeah,
can.
absolutely.
All right, Daniel.
I think that Leonidas doesn't super like nobilities.
Again. Wait.
You know, it's kind of a large reason why he the higher up in the monarch of, not necessarily a monarch per se of that words, but like, hold on. He didn't, his parents like talked to the king of his tribe, and they were like, nah, and then so he had to leave, and so he doesn't really like that. And then, you know, as we'll learn today, spoilers, but you're watching it live, so not really. We're gonna meet some of Yara's family, hopefully, maybe, who knows, and those people know people. So it's kind of a mixed bag, you know, when you have like a bananagrams bag.
Woody's frozen.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Keep talking,
didn't
Dan.
say anything.
I mean, it looks beautiful. The
You
purple
didn't say
line looks
anything.
great.
I don't think you knew.
We can see a tasteful amount of chest hair.
That's my bio on any dating app.
Tasteful amount of chest
A
hair.
tasteful amount of chest hair.
Get that tattooed.
You should get that
Where?
tattooed
On
on
your
your
chest.
On
chest.
your, just above, pointing down.
I was gonna get it somewhere else.
You should get it on
get
your
it on your
forehead.
neck, so then the arrow points down through here.
Yeah, I'd have to shave it though.
Yeah.
You
would.
But I also think that, sometimes Leonidas, and throughout this time, he's been able to acknowledge things that need to change in his life. And, he kind of sees the opinions of the people around him and takes those into account. And maybe he will. But I also think that flying with the two nobles in our group has really ruffled his fur. Not in a way that ruffles it, but more of a feeling that slick dew that you feel on your fur. Anyway, also, if you're interested in, if you're,
What's going on, Dan?
If you're prepping to do the beam footage moment,
I'm talking really quietly.
You in and out.
Penis.
God, you're the one who's talking about us about
Yeah,
being
no, really.
too
Why am I
quiet.
talking quiet? What do you mean
As
I'm
my
talking
tutors
quietly?
used to say,
It
drive
was
through the end of the thought.
It was what you were just doing. You're fine now.
Oh, okay.
If you really love the craft.
If you really love the craft, you
Okay.
would drive through the end of the thought.
Yes.
You Americans drop off your sentences.
This is Dan. I had another thought of an announcement I had to make.
Oh, March Madness?
Yes.
Hit me.
If you're on our Discord, another plug for that, an AC plug. If you're on our Discord, there's a group in it that's just a basketball, and that's the March Madness. And if you'd like to sign up, it's free, and we can sign up. Anyone can sign up. It's very fun, and they just announced who's in what bracket for the tournament. So go
Where are
check
the
that
helmets?
out. What are the helmets?
yeah, where are they?
They're
Oh,
on
no,
the
one
thing.
the one helmet team. Where are they?
The Michigan State.
yeah,
I don't
Michigan
think
State,
Michigan State. They might not be in it this year.
Did they not make it?
Then nobody's.
Well, who knows? I don't know if Tom Izzo is still their
Nobody's-
coach.
You're gonna
Well, maybe
spawn.
Xavier. Actually, Xavier might win.
Ready
Not-
for the tarot poll?
Not Purdue, the
Purdue,
Boilermakers.
No, it's X. it's the X.
Anyway, check it out if you're interested. It's very fun. And ask me questions if you have. Just message me, whatever.
Okay. Tarot, perhaps.
Tarot. I
Tarot.
love it.
Calling today.
Delicious.
We're doing it this way today because we've only got 4 in this Arcana shuffle left. We're gonna shuffle the rest back in after 3 sessions after this one, and there are 4 juicy cards. Every single one of them will be a great pull for the rest of it. You're going for it? Okay. So I've laid the spread out here. You tell me which of these I'm pulling, and I will reveal it for you.
What's calling to you?
The second from the right.
You're right or my right?
Your
This
right.
one? Or this?
Yes.
So this one here.
No.
This
my
one here.
right. Sorry. Yes.
Okay. Strength.
Ooh.
Do you know what this signifies traditionally?
Strength.
The conclusion to a long-awaited trial.
Oh.
I don't know.
And
how to feel
usually,
about
it's
that.
about it has to do with overtones of triumph. So whether this is our conquering triumph or somebody else's conquering triumph, it is the triumphant finishing of a long-standing challenge, the end of a conflict, or the act that brings about the end of a conflict.
All right.
Wow. Okay.
Sick. That's
Thank you very much.
Terrifying. All right. So Dan,
Yes.
have at it. Roll that beat.
Yeah!
An Inquisition soldier.
Oh,
They're all
I wanna
marching.
do it.
These are
Oh,
good guys.
Hey Dan, what's your favorite band that sings that song called Maps?
The who?
About these damn Oreos.
We're live. That definitely was
no, I
on
don't
there.
have my.
Thank you.
Also, they're all probably bad.
Hey everybody, if you know someone that works at Oreo
And they're looking to
and
sponsor
they're looking
a small
to sponsor a stream,
Just simply
Don't lay them on the tarot cards, you ape.
where am I?
Please. I'm aware we're live. You laid them on my tarot card velvet bag.
I don't know what's going on.
Hey.
Clearly.
Oh,
We lost ourselves. We rolled the beam footage and rolled away.
my last announcement. Watched Oppenheimer last night.
Don't
We're
open
not
it.
talking about
Mid,
Oppenheimer.
that's all I'm saying.
We're not talking about Oppenheimer
It's mid.
during Women's History Month. I'm
It's
sorry.
mid.
Okay, good.
I'm denouncing it. That's all. So, my friends.
Emily ate though.
She did. As the
did
scripts did
Robert.
not. As the camera OC pans back down.
Y'all.
We find ourselves back in the lovely barony of Nestleton. Having just had a lovely dinner and then some not so lovely, or I would say traumatic information. How do I say it nicely? We learned that in war there are casualties. And the casualty is not just the loss of life of loved ones, but also loss of society, loss of the world that we knew before.
Emotional damage.
Exactly.
The structure of the nation.
So,
Oh my god.
it is late at night. I would assume most of you are snug as a bug in your beds.
Slumbeed.
Schlumbood.
Meditating.
Sleep comes to us all.
As it does.
You may all take a long rest. Go right ahead.
We don't need to watch. I guess we're.
I feel like I don't
fucking-
even need to.
I need to.
Brag.
Didn't we?
Then-
no,
but
like
then- no, we did
Ember,
hasn't
we had
slept.
taken one.
We did
previously.
take it before coming here.
Yeah.
No, but I lost some points. I don't know why. I
I'm
don't
just
know.
saying, if you need a long rest for any
You
reason,
did something dumb. I remember.
go ahead.
Oh, I fucking went into a bedroom. I'm sorry.
Oh, you did. You went into
was not a bedroom.
the red
Sex
room.
room.
Red
A playroom. Thank you.
Yeah. Mr. Gray.
Adult playroom. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I.
Oh, it
Is
could
there
be.
a Car City carpet?
Chains and whips excite me.
No, come on.
It's a Car City carpet, but it's like the Vegas Strip.
Are we all in separate
Beds.
floors? Are we all in one?
Most of you are in. So there's a lot of guest rooms along one wing. I'd say it houses the most of you. Because the whole place is kind of like an inner courtyard, and then this large kind of square manor with two towers on the side. And one is the guest tower. So you're kind of on one wing or one side. Some of you may be up the tower, but you're all kind of like either on this multi-floor hallway or in the tower.
What do we think when
Is
we?
Ryujin
when,
in the tower?
Where's Leopold's
Where's
thing?
that's actually.
Leo pulled.
I call him Leo as well. I
yeah.
don't call you Leo.
I don't know what to think of that.
Okay, I call you Leonidas every single time I say your name.
I've only now realized that.
He has his childhood bedroom, but it is a single bed.
Okay.
In there still because he hasn't been home in a long time.
Cozy.
So you guys are spooning.
Well, I
Like
was
hardcore.
thinking that maybe we could, take one of the guest rooms.
Oh, I mean, are they bigger?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
Let's get it. I mean, we've been sleeping on a goddamn boat for like a year. Let's go on a big feathered bed.
That sounds incredible.
Tempur-pedic, my guy.
Tempur-pedic?
Tempur-pedic.
Ye
We,
olde
fig-
that.
we figured it out. Magic.
It's like, how we do that?
Well, his family, the Aldantes, they helped us out.
You know about memory foam? This bed remembers things.
California King will remember this.
yeah. Twin size mattress disapproves.
Oh my god, guys!
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a
California
question?
King greatly approves.
Yeah.
things.
Can I ask a question? Do we feel like who is the person of this group who thinks that they wake up first of all of us? Do you think so? You?
I meditate for 4
I was about to
hours.
say,
Oh right,
we-
you don't sleep that much.
That's true, yeah.
Okay.
It just depends on which one of us
Of the-
meditates first,
Yeah.
really.
Okay, because
Of
I
the
was.
8-hour sleepers, I would say I would be the first.
I think I
think you sleep in, Dan. Leonidas.
No, that's because Dan sleeps in.
I think Leonidas sleeps in too. Frankly,
I don't think he does.
Leonidas has got to get up with the gym bros.
I gotta get up with the
I
gym
think everybody
bros.
gets up.
It's probably Ember.
Ember sleeps in the latest.
He doesn't wake up the earliest.
No.
As the latest.
We're now talking about the latest. Sorry, we changed.
Yeah, you
changed in the middle of that.
That's
You're
true.
daring.
Yeah, Rittenhask gets up pretty early, and then leaves gym early to go start meal prep. You know, because somebody's got to feed this ship.
Ember's surprised if someone is still sleeping when he's awake.
Something's wrong.
Right. He's like, oh, are they okay?
Well, then when I wake up, I go find my gym buddies, and I say, "Where are we going to do this today? We are not on the ship, and we don't. Can we do this out in the garden?"
We do have a small training ground.
Oh my! Let's do that.
Yeah, we want to hit that. We could go horse. We do have horses. We could go horseback riding. It's like a different sort of vibe. Go hunting.
I need to throw things.
Hunting.
We can bring spears.
That's true.
There's some boar out in the woods. Some swamp boar.
Can I chase after a boar?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, bro.
I'll do that.
Saw, dude.
Oh my king.
When Rittenhask gets home, he turns really broy.
It's been hanging out with Kevin.
Does he get the wave? The little.
All his hair starts to curl. There's like a Hurley cap.
Yeah.
He puts on a tap out T-shirt.
No.
Tap out t-shirt.
You gotta get him out of here.
Yeah, wait. Ryujin wouldn't be doing this with the
No,
tap
he
out
definitely
t-shirt.
does not have tap out T-shirts. No.
Do we have, and this is a general DM question, do we have an idea as to how long it's going to be before the lucid dream gets here?
On that note, you as you guys kind of like all waking up and kind of they're starting the gym day, and there's like a little bit of food laid out on kind of like like fruits and breads and cheeses to pick off of before breakfast is served. There is a attendant who says who just lets you all know that there is a small traveling party with some wagons heading here and should be here within the hour.
Great.
What do they want?
It's your wife.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm a little groggy.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, they should be here within the hour. Our kind of some hunters on the border saw them and messaged us about their coming.
Right.
Guys, I'm a little worried to talk to Yara. I have to be honest.
Well,
I think I've hit a few strikes.
You want me to talk to her?
No. I can talk to her. I think I should be the person who says to her what I told you all
Oh yeah.
about her parents. Also, that I kissed a old woman.
Well, we've had that
In fact,
conversation,
I think she'll
Lolita.
be more okay with that.
How are you doing this morning? Have you had coffee yet? And more importantly, have you spiked the coffee?
No, not yet. Feel heavy.
If
Feel
you
really
haven't,
heavy.
here's a bottle of whiskey.
She's
If
so.
you want it, just hold on to it. Take a swig later if you need.
Lilith just takes the bottle of whiskey and doesn't drink it, just holds it.
There it is.
She's like this.
Um,
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Not trying to, open any wounds needlessly in the morning, but just let us know if and when you have any thoughts about where you're at and if you have any changes of what you'd like us to do. There are certain things I know we have to do going forward, but I'd rather do those things with your approval more so than anybody else's.
Thank you. I'm just tired. You know when you just cry a lot and you're sad and then you're just tired?
Yes.
Yeah. I'd love to see Keepa and Yara. I think that'll make me feel better. And then when I know something else, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we could all, maybe take a break from gym broing, at least for this morning, and we can all be our own horse girls instead. We could ride out, meet the column, and bring them back. And I just heard from the kitchen that we will be having lobster Benedict for breakfast.
I don't think I've ever ridden a horse.
Excellent.
Lobsters are
We've only ever ridden camels.
Have you ridden a camel?
We did ride camel.
Did ride
But have you never ridden a camel?
I've never actually ridden one. I've seen one, but never ridden
I was
one.
on the camel, but there's a phrase for it in common. I think it is.
Hump day?
No. Passenger monarch.
Oh yes.
That's
Yeah.
I think more my role on the camel. I would like to not be that on a horse, but I don't know
It's
how.
similar to a camel, but a bit more. We'll have a saddle for you. Kallias.
We'll show you.
I just got the joke you made.
Nice.
I don't have the nice alliteration that I want.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
what you get with like the sixth language working
Yeah.
out.
Yep.
We love a
the
passenger
motorist
princess.
monarch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
The moving monarch.
All right. Well, I'll go get the horses saddled real quick, and we'll get started. Come.
And Rittenhask excitedly goes and runs to the stables to go. Do you all head out to the stables?
Well,
Are you still sleeping?
Ember is asleep. Fim is with.
would we be
We're just
back
gonna wait and be like,
if I go on this?
You're gonna smell lobster Benedict though, and
If I
he
go on
floats
this,
like a Looney Tune.
if I go on this horse, will I miss them getting here? Are we gonna be back in time?
No, we're going to ride to them and
that's
bring
the-
them back, and then we can all have breakfast together.
Great, I will go.
Yes. Everybody else coming? Yeah,
Sure.
Okay.
Let's go.
Excellent.
so it brings you to the stables. Point over for you. Sweet Aron, or the artist formerly known as Aron.
Yeah,
maybe
I'll come
they're
up with a name.
they may have changed their name.
Working on
Nauron.
Has grown incredibly.
Sauron.
About the size of a griffin.
Oh fuck.
So it's now considered it's huge.
Bitch.
And think like a Clydesdale, like big, a little slightly bigger than a Clydesdale horse. But with these beautifully, they don't look leathery. They have like this slight kind of iridescent glint to them, like almost like moving rock.
Yeah.
The scales and these beautiful deep red veins through the wings and just kind of tucked to the sides and kind of up to you with these big old the claws are almost paw-like now too. They're not like full on like dragon talons. They have this like almost retractable claw quality, almost more feline in nature. This like whipping tail, and it comes up, sees you, and goes and kind of like nuzzles its head up again, like onto your neck, and pushes into you, and then gives you a big old lick on the face with its barbed tongue.
Well, I'm definitely gonna ride my dragon.
Yeah.
High
Yeah.
One side of your face is shaved.
Yeah. Just razors. So you bareback the dragon.
Okay.
Christ.
And everybody else, you jump on horse.
Other horse is big enough for me.
Yeah, there's a large horse for you.
A large horse.
Its name is Tomathay.
Watching your eyes just like distance into the abyss to
figure out what it would be.
name and found only little Timmy was troubling for me.
Tomathay.
Willy Wonka
Yeah, I'm
himself.
aware.
Tomathay Chalamet.
Little Timmy.
Little Timmy,
Little
yeah.
Tim.
Lilith, can I ride?
Malay champagne.
Can I ride on your horse? I don't know how to ride a horse.
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you.
You want to be in the front or in the back?
Hey.
You want me to hold you like you're a heroine in a novel, or would you like to be behind me?
Oh, I mean, whatever's works for you. I don't want to be in your way.
Are you afraid you're gonna fall off?
No.
Okay, then you can be in the back and
Okay.
hold on to me.
I think it's fine.
Kallias, would you like to ride with me?
And if I die, I die.
Oh, God.
If
Or do you want your
I
own
would
horse?
I would like to
think.
try
God.
at the very least, but if I fall, then I will join your horse because I don't.
I have just the horse for you, Kallias.
Oh,
And you
I
go,
don't know about that.
Chungus, come here!
Not Chungus.
And
The TikTok of the cat that you sent me the other day. That big. Okay.
This big old cat. It's definitely like some sort of a crossbreed with like a donkey. Like it's not a full horse,
Right.
But it's like a little bit lower to the ground. A big boy. Chunky. chonky horse.
Just gonna. What's the name?
Chungus.
Chungus! Come here, Chungus!
Fart? Fart or
That's its, I don't know what's the
Winnie.
The
Winnie?
Yeah.
Well, Winnie's like,
Yeah, and that's what.
I'm sorry. Shaggy.
no, I can't. I'm not a horse girl. I'm sorry. It's like a very. There's a lot of like drool coming out
So
of the
this
horse's
is like
mouth.
a large English bulldog, but make it a steed.
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah. You're basically mounting an
Massive
lockjaw.
A lock.
Yeah. Done.
Yeah.
Yeet.
I'm
I'm
not
on.
an interdimensional dog. That can
Yeah,
teleport.
just a big beefy.
a big beefy horse.
Great.
My boy Lockjaw.
Okay, so you have that Lilith.
That rude.
Them. Sorry.
Thank you.
You have them. Chungus is
Multifaceted.
Chungus like stands up on its hind. Hello, brother.
You all seen. Oh yeah.
Honestly,
Okay.
we might
Brother
not make it to
Chungus.
Revan. Not Brother Chungus.
My brethren Chungus, come to me.
We won't make it to Revan today.
I want to smack Chungus's side as loud as possible. Just however, like.
You do it, and it almost sounds hollow.
Everyone loves like a chunky animal. They're so good.
It almost sounds hollow. Okay.
It's like not really, but like you know what?
Not a reverberation.
You know when you like when you slap a chest of an animal and it's like it sounds like
Yeah.
it sounds like a thumper from
Yeah.
from
Okay.
Dune.
Great.
I'm gonna outlaw that.
Literally. At this point, before we get any
We're
further,
gonna
I
get
would
copywritten struck from
I
that
would
one.
like the
Bring it,
chat to
Hans.
realize that at the beginning, before we started the session, I made a point about like, well, hopefully by the end of the session we'll be closer to Revan. I think I was talking about what tarot cards to pull, and now I am doubting that we'll be any.
You guys are riding
It's
the
like,
opposite
we're not gonna
direction
make it
from
today.
Revan right now.
Great, fucking amazing.
Lilith, your horse. What's your horse's name? You tell me now.
You tell me.
Uh,
You named his?
Sure, you named mine too.
Reach into the abyss. Find it. Seek it, brother.
Sabrina.
Dog water.
No!
Fuck is this?
Why would they? Why did you name them dog water?
Because this horse,
And it's a beautiful kind of like dapple Appaloosa, you know? Beautiful horse.
Gesundheit.
I'm sorry?
A dapple apple.
What are you with the horse?
I know.
It's the state horse of Idaho.
Yeah, that's how I know.
Oh, I was like, are you a horse girl now? Like,
If you live in Idaho, everyone's a little bit of a horse girl.
Yeah.
Also, our older sister went to school for equine barn management.
Yeah.
so she's literally a
I'm
horse
sorry.
girl.
Yes.
To school?
Yep.
Okay. Equal and done. Let's
To
go.
love.
Like a Degra?
DW just like drinking. We call her DW, but
W. I like that.
yes, but she just really liked drinking the dog's water when she was just a little foal. I think that's what you call
That's
baby
a bug.
horses. And so we named her dog water. So, but we call her DW for short.
D-Dub.
Does she have a sibling named Arthur?
No.
Well then,
She had a sibling, but that sibling was killed by wolves.
All right, let's get on the horses. Let's go, or otherwise I'm gonna die.
brain.
Okay, you guys ride the horse. Everybody, guess
Horse's
what?
name.
Roll me animal handling checks.
Oh
Except
my
for me.
god.
Except for you, because you're riding your dragon.
Ryujin's in
Hey, let
his
me tell you,
element.
I have a +1
I'm
in
just
that.
not sure that I'm very good at this.
Do we all have advantage?
Oh, I'm actually fantastic
No.
at it.
Do we
Turns
get a
out.
+3 because we're
Just
near
ask it.
Rittenhask?
It's not a save.
Oh.
It's a handle.
Again, get fucked. I don't know how many times I can say it.
You have? Don't you have a reliable talent? No, that's for only proficiencies.
I'm not proficient in this. I have a +1.
What'd you roll?
Natural 20.
Tim, what'd you get?
Witnessed it.
23.
Hell yeah! You're just
Okay.
you hug Lilith's
I'm fine.
waist.
I'm fine. That's not.
You lay your head on like her back and just like magical.
Chungus eats me.
How do you fare on DW, Lilith?
I got natural 20.
You are a natural. You know I think you
Well,
had
he
some.
knows how to ride
You
a
did some.
horse.
You did some dressage. You know back in the palace. And you like riding a horse as beautiful as dog water is really just lovely. For Chungus,
19.
Chungus. I mean, it's basically a flying carpet on the horse. Like you can fit like 8 people.
Whole new world.
Yeah, like you this thing is
max speed is like a saunter.
You're wide.
Where's the ye olde wide loady sticker on the back?
Yeah.
Great.
And then
That's the brand.
Yeah.
How do you fare?
That's a 10.
That's a 10. You just really haven't ridden a horse that often.
No.
And so
I'm not really one for
you don't know whether to squeeze with your legs. You don't know how to relax. So you're definitely not going to be the most comfortable, but you make it work.
Your friend horse is gonna bite.
You'll be a little sore later.
overwhelmed.
You should come join Chungus.
I think I might fit on Chungus.
Chungus is very speedy.
Have you been to Central Park?
Yes.
All of them? All of them.
This episode
Are shitting constantly.
horses.
Maybe you guys take them to Revan. Who knows?
Honestly,
Hey,
if we make it,
those horses like
if we get Lobster Benedict by the end of this episode, I'd be surprised.
Hey, wait, what horse are you on? Oh, you're on the horse with the Lilith.
Yeah, we're about to do our slice of life.
All right,
anime.
we meet up with them.
Yeah,
I'm taking the reins.
Yeah.
on this.
All right. You guys make the way all
said,
the
"All right,
way
let's move
to
it."
the column. As you guys get close, you see it kind of off in the distance, kind of rounding this, coming over a bridge, over a river, more of a small stream. And right away, you notice that they are of the Kintsugi clan make wagons. Just have these little metal bits all over them, and they actually don't have any horses pulling them. They are kind of powered by these little like sails that push it. You know those when people have those like art installations that like are sails and they start like walking and it look like crazy.
Yeah.
Totally.
It kind of looks like that, but on a wagon. And it seems that the winds that come up through the gorge from where you guys are, because it's like basically it comes down to a gorge, and that is kind of where that other city is in the Verdant Expanse.
Oh, this place is gorgeous.
Fuck. A lot of wind comes up from the ocean, so it's utilizing that and carrying them all the way to where they need to go. But as you guys draw near, they stop the column. The little spiderly, spindly legs stop, and you see in front of you, of course, leading the column is Yara. Just Yara sitting there on the front. She has a.
Ghost riding the whip.
She just kind of sitting there. She's standing now, but she was sitting with a rifle in her hand, riding shotgun.
Not riding rifle.
Right, exactly. And then also next to her, you see a familiar face of Cora Thornton, Hugh's sister, there as well, with her like light kind of like ombre, dark to light blonde curly hair. It's grown a little bit longer and it's actually getting kind of pulled back into a bun, so you kind of see it's like a mess of curly hair, kind of hitting on the back of this like pulled back hair, and riding on the one horse, somebody you do recognize from a long time ago. If you remember, Oya Moyer
Wow.
is there on a horse next to them.
I don't know who that is.
Super
Who is
quick.
Oya,
3 words. How do we know her?
she was way back in Camden Mesa, a friend of Cora's.
She's like tiefling. Wasn't she like a
She's a
purple
tiefling.
colored?
She's a purple tiefling.
She joined the Silent Consortium when we left, but she recruited. I know she recruited Lilith, and I think she recruited somebody else too. But she was one of the people who recruited us.
Yeah, the Thorntons employed her. They were friends. They kind of worked together. And
From,
she
like,
does
session
have,
2.
since you remembered it, I wasn't going to say it unless anybody remembered it, does have some sort of a connection to the Silent Consortium. But as they all come up, Yara is about to speak, and Leonidas, roll me a perception check.
Shit.
Are we like coming to meet at the pass here, or have we parked next to each other? How have we?
It's kind of like an opening after the bridge. You guys kind of waited there, and they came down and stopped, and you guys are kind of over the gorge. Actually, I decided it's not a creek; it's a gorge. I've decided.
It is done.
Spoken.
Wow.
Because gorgeous.
I rolled really well.
What'd you get?
A 24.
A 24.
Oh shit!
Damn.
Papa rolled really well.
That is really good. Not good enough. As you feel a wet finger enter into your ear, and suddenly reappearing from her invisibility, Keepa, And she goes, "Gotcha, nerd," and gives you a big ol' hug.
My dear one, why did you just do that to me? I have liquid in my ears now.
That's the whole point, Dad.
I don't like it.
Well, a wet willy.
Well, maybe. Well, have you heard of these? There's these bugs here that live in the swamp that shoot lightning out of their butts.
Yes,
so at least you're not that.
Lightning bugs.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
Why?
They're like deep in the swamp. I only seen one of them, but they're cool.
Hold on. Why were you invisible?
Oh, it's and like you see her her infiltrator suit that she has been building,
God.
and she's a artificer herself, and she is the infiltrator suit.
She is. What is that character's name?
I don't know your host.
No.
Give me anything.
Riri Williams plays her.
Ironheart?
Ironheart.
Kind of, not really. She's like more like sneaky.
It's Ghost from Ant-Man.
Alright, never mind. I've lied.
Like literally to a T what that suit
But
does.
it's like cool kind of like form. Then there's like a couple like nodes here and there that she has created that she like will hit, and she like goes invisible. Then she'll hit another one, and she kind of like starts to vibrate, almost like casting blur on herself.
So literally Ghost.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's like, isn't it cool?
Yes.
I use it and I sneak up on bugs, and sometimes I get their juices for the Kintsugi elders because they use the juices for stuff.
My juices of their own.
She's a bug kid.
My dear, that is very impressive.
Thanks, Dad.
Yes. You know, why don't you? I'm gonna go see your mother. It is glorious, and I kiss her on the forehead. It's glorious to see you, my little one.
Wipes it off.
You put your finger in my ear. Shut up. And then I walk towards Yara.
Yara, you see her, and she has a bit of a bump. It's showing us a little bit of a bump. Only if like you knew she was pregnant, you'd be like, oh, she's pregnant. But other than that, you'd be like, I'm not sure.
You're pregnant? No.
And she goes, my love, you came out to surprise us.
Oh, my dear one, it is great to see you. How are you?
Grabs the back of the neck and gives you a big old kiss.
I'd give her a kiss back.
So I take it y'all kicked some ass, it seems. Where's Ember?
Asleep.
Oh, in bed.
You are fine.
Oh, I was worried it happened again.
No, he was up late with me last night. So he's sleeping not in that way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can I give Cora a hug? I feel like I haven't seen Cora. The first thing Kallias is gonna do is leap off of Chungus, maybe like throw some rations on them. Boom, 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 and then just.
I want to see Chungus the horse, the Chungai horse, come out of the ground like that.
When we need him most.
To bolt over and give Cora a hug as she's getting off the wagon.
Hugs you right back.
How are you?
Good. It's weird being back home.
Yes.
But I'm good.
Very.
Yeah. How are you? We saw each other very briefly.
We have a lot to catch up. A lot.
Yes.
I don't even know if I saw you that much when we were in Mobio. Really?
No, not at all. I think we saw each other briefly at the vivarium. And,
yes.
But I'm good. I met up with Oya when we got back. Reached out to her right away, and Oya's kind of filled us in, and she looks to you, Lilith, and just recognition in her face, and just comes up and like, I don't know, you know, I'm not much of a hugger, but like grabs your hand and gives you a good squeeze.
It's good to see you.
And like grabs like what she can do to comfort as much as she can. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Still have the violin you gave me. It's gotten some upgrades though.
Really?
Yeah, just wanted to let you know.
Oh my god,
in good use.
Oh fuck.
Sick. Maybe, can I see it?
Sure. Lilith pulls out the violin. That's now like that black mirror.
Yeah. She's like, holy shit, that's sick as fuck. Man, this is yours. This is sick.
Yeah.
Now Cora and I, we got together and have been kind of helping the Kintsugi clan settle in with some of the a small elven community that they've been taken in with. They seem pretty comfy there. Now we wanted to come say hi to you guys.
Well, we're just coming to pick up anyone who wanted to go to Nestleton for breakfast.
Yeah, I mean, no offense to but some of the mushroom stuff of the Kintsugi clan isn't really my thing.
Oh no, we don't let Rek cook either.
Yeah, it's just not my like lots of like funk and tang and fermented stuff. So I'm not here for it. So, so anything that's not that sounds prime, grade A meat. You know what I'm saying?
Don't bring the funk.
Don't bring the funk.
But we want the funk.
But maybe if you have any substances for inebriation,
You gotta have that funk.
just gentle inebriation, you might want to bring those. We have a lot to
Don't
go over.
I was able to get to Shambhala before the borders closed, and so
The border's closed.
they closed during the war.
Why are they still closed?
They're not closed, but just people entering into the Kajarnreich are a little. If you're not
Right.
I don't want to raise suspicion, especially
Don't be suspicious, precious. Don't be suspicious.
Brain rot.
Yeah, you're right.
So, I'm down to go. Oya's like, I'm down to eat. Let's go.
Vamos a la
You're always like,
playa.
hey, I'm eating for two, so I get your share.
That's fair.
Yeah. You're getting a little chunky yourself, aren't you?
Okay.
And she's like, I'm kidding. Gives you a little tickle and gives you chaos.
Yeah.
A little chaos.
A little sympathy weight.
Where's Keepa now?
I say to Yara,
Roll
with
a perception check.
that question. Our daughter seems to have been quite the tinkerer.
Aye, yeah. She's been expanding her tutors. And it's not just Professor Rek, but she has many, as she's calling them, sifus now.
What is a sifu?
A teacher,
Oh.
basically.
Your daughter's a weeb, unfortunately.
All right. Well,
You see her just running through the grass.
do you?
20.
That was funny. You see
It's
a
not even
small
nobody playing
footprint land right next to you, like just in the dirt.
I'm just gonna put my hand on her shoulder.
And you see her. They kind of.
It's actually just on her face.
Yeah. And you just like, and you actually have her.
All right,
head.
all right,
Yeah,
okay.
and she's like, "Damn it!"
Um,
And like grabs your hand, takes it off, hits the button again, and disappears.
wait, no, I wanted to ask her a question. Fuck.
You can ask it. She's gone. She's disappeared though.
Well, I don't know where she is, so I'm not gonna ask a question to an invisible person.
Okay.
You
You have to catch her.
if you can.
Well, then we'll play this game.
Yeah, my dear
Roll
love,
again.
are you not worried about? I don't know. I just
Who are you talking to?
Yara.
Who are you
okay.
talking to?
Are you? Did you roll another one? Yes. I think you are. Okay, maybe it's a dice.
Terminal
But it's
online.
because he owns them.
That's fair. Yara, are you not? I don't know. I worry about her sneaking off in the invisibility and then something happened to her.
Don't worry. I think there really isn't that much danger where we are, and she knows. I mean, she was there in Mobile when Raya 1 blew up,
Yeah, that's fair.
or Kevin, or Keith. Keith Dinocrates when Dino blew up, and so she knows when things get actually dangerous.
I just, it's hard for me, you know.
I know.
We have another child on the way, and she's growing up, and she feels very independent, and I was independent at my young ages, and it led me to, well, like I said, led me to you, so that's not a bad thing.
I think we need to let them do what they wish, within reason, of course. But it's thick. Got that booty.
Also, and who's around? Like, can people hear us talking?
I mean, I think there's like maybe like some conversations here and there of like people like maybe like Cora, Oya, and like the three of you are talking. Like you're talking. Ryujin's chasing Keepa around. I think it's like a little bit of like a reunion-ish kind of vibe.
When we get to Nestleton, there are a few points of order that I must speak to you on. Yes.
Well, just right around on side of me. We can talk about it.
You know, sometimes I
I'm
worry.
joking. I'm
Okay.
joking. My love, you know I'm joking.
Yeah,
alright?
well, you know, sometimes.
But I'm excited to hear about it, aren't I?
Sure. You know, excitement is a feeling that you might feel. Yeah. So
Hey.
here we go.
You okay?
No. But I'll be okay, and I'm glad that you are here now. Because I missed you,
Miss you too. Of course.
and I missed our daughter, and I missed our future child, whose gender I forget. Boy.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't think we know, do we?
I don't think the child will know until they're grown up.
That's true.
Keepa says it's going to be some weird bug thing.
Well, I do have bug in me.
Um.
I'm part bug.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
That explains actually what's going on down there then.
That-
You know, the carapace of it all?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hatred.
All right. Well, let's go.
All right, you all load back up on to the different horses and the carriages.
Horsey.
And the caravan starts back off. But any quick combos you want to have while you're moving up, just back to the place. You were trying to grab Keepa again.
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
A natural
Nat 20. So as you guys are kind of like mounting back up, you get on to the artist formerly known as Aron, and just like something feels off, and you just like and grab a wet finger between your fingers, and Keepa materializes, and she's right in front of you, and she's like, "You got me."
Is she sitting on the dragon?
Yeah, she's like kind of crouched like on like the neck here of
Incredible.
the dragon, and
That's what I was gonna ask her.
Yeah.
If she's ever ridden a dragon before.
It's like in Tears of the Kingdom when you like talk to somebody and suddenly they're just like, aha, just kidding.
Just kidding.
Perfect. Keepa, would you like to ride this dragon?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Let's do it.
Hey,
Leonidas, is that okay?
language. Yes, it's fine.
Okay.
Sick.
Please be careful. She'll be.
course, of
You'll
course.
you'll take care of her. I know you will.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Can this thing pop wheelies?
Absolutely. Hell yeah.
That's sick.
You're goddamn right.
Oh,
This
but we're
dragon
gonna
has
go,
heelys
we're gonna
on.
go in the
Burnouts on
sky.
this thing?
I'm gonna go up.
Oh. Yeah.
We're going up.
All right. Cool. Let's do it.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Sorry. Heck yeah.
Fuck yeah. So you, so she, kind of like nestles in, like just like between, like in front of you, and like grabs onto like a couple like spines, and
Hell yeah.
Aron takes off. So you guys make it back to Nestleton. Was there anything else that you wanted to do?
That was it.
Okay.
Fimfam says hi to the purple tiefling.
Oya, which I forget Oya's accent. I think maybe she was like a little Western. I forget.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a
been a
long
long
time.
Oh, yeah.
Long time.
Let's say Oya is.
Oh, yeah.
Let's give her a little twang, and so she kind of looks.
somebody knows.
Yeah.
So I can differentiate between Cora and Oya.
Yeah,
She kind of looks. And goes, "Howdy."
I'll do.
Hi.
And, what's your name?
Fimfam.
Fam, nice to meet you. You join this this group at some point? It seems.
Yeah, I've been traveling around with them for a little bit.
Where'd you meet him?
Wild Space.
Oh shit! I heard about that. That's
It's funny. I said hi because you remind me of somebody that we met recently, and
yeah. Like who?
yeah. Oh, just another purple tiefling.
Cool.
That was it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I bet they were cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
If they're really.
Wait a
Redcon.
wait
Redcon it right now.
Don't.
All purple tieflings know
Actually,
each
I
other.
have a cousin. Wow. No.
Now wait a minute.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
how's
didn't she say she was from here?
Yeah, she was. How's she cool? Tell me about her. I'm interested.
She tells like fortunes and stuff.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. What fortune did she tell for you?
Well, if I told you, it wouldn't come true.
I don't know if that's how it works.
Oh, so you just know how it works?
I got some fortune tellers. And
Honestly,
like one of my aunts and uncles is one.
I think I'm done having this conversation. I'm just kidding.
That's fine. I mean, if you gotta create your space, that's fine.
It was a joke.
Oh, sorry. I'm not so good with jokes sometimes.
That's all right. She was good with jokes.
Yeah, probably. I'm not that funny.
Okay, bye. Slap the back of the horse that we're riding.
Right.
Come on, Dogwater, go!
Yeah.
Dogwater, get me out of this.
Said that proudly during the intro.
Yeah.
I am truly in dog water.
Okay, you guys, make your way back. It takes about 30, 45 minutes to get back to Nestleton. And once you arrive there, you have this beautiful wafting smell of clarified butter and some spices and that sweet lobster boiling and these delicious you kind of come into the dining room, a kind of buffet table, kind of serve yourself with chafing dishes of this beautiful eggs benedict with lobster benedict.
Where the hell were you guys?
We went to expedite things, and I learned how to ride a horse. Well, a horse in name, at least.
We
Fun.
thought you could use the sleep.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yara.
Yes.
Oh, hello, Yara.
Ember, it's nice to see you.
You too.
You look well rested, and
I am.
and it's I heard that you destroyed your old body.
Yeah,
If we even call it that, do we even call it that now?
we did.
I
mean, have you heard of the old tale about Theseus's ship?
I have heard about that. Yeah.
So,
So I guess you're still the ship.
who's to say?
Yeah. You know what? Same crew.
The more interesting story
That's
is
true.
how we got the new body.
How did you get the new body?
We don't talk about how we got the new body.
It's just a more interesting story. Don't worry about
There
it.
was a giant and a large hammer.
Right. Are you
Oh,
robot now?
and a cat. Not that cat. Well, I guess
Right.
yes. That.
I think this is better explained.
I just want a yes or no.
Yes.
Are you a robot?
No.
No.
Okay, then I can catch up on the rest of it.
I just want a yes or no.
I had a long discussion with Reknit explaining why, although I respect what he might want, I wanted a fleshy body.
A flesh
I
body.
understand. Just it hits different. Yeah.
I just don't know the topic of conversation we're going to have at breakfast, and I'd like to run a few things by you before we have that conversation at breakfast.
Oh.
All right. You're so tense. What's
Have
going
you
on?
had coffee?
Well, we're all here.
No, he'd love some coffee.
You should do that. Get
The
your wife some
Kintsugi
coffee.
clan's a lot of tea drinkers.
Okay.
No coffee.
I'll get you some coffee.
Well, would you think about Rek? Would you give Rek coffee?
No, I
I
understand. I just they don't have any. Thank you.
Here's
Fuck.
here's a biscuit.
Yeah, is there decaf?
Yes.
Can I have decaf?
Sure.
Just trying to do too much caffeine, you know. Pat, 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 pat. The tummy.
There you
Thank
are,
you,
my
my
love.
love.
feel good?
Excellent.
Walk with me. Walk.
That's the sound that Chunk is.
It's the relationship that Claire and Chungus built in the course of 60 minutes.
Does that feel good?
Instead of a weird. It was,
She's like, oh right. Let's walk.
good boy, Chungus.
Has a cup of
Good
coffee
boy,
and is
Chungus.
walking with you. Wraps her
You're a good beefy.
arm
Good beefy.
in yours and just kind of like leans her head on your shoulder and just walking for a second. Just take a nice deep breath. And she's like, oh yeah. Never thought we'd get back here at a certain point.
I know. It is important to think about how far we've come and how wonderful it is that we get to be in this moment as opposed to continuously lost in the moments before.
You follow what you're saying, yeah.
Yes. I have two things to tell you.
Hit me.
One I'm sorry about, and the other I'm sorry about.
Okay.
First one, I might have kissed an old woman. Didn't mean to, but it was more of a situation where we were trying to get something, and she was really weird. Ember thinks she was a hag. I don't know what that is. But she said, I'll give you this if I kiss you. So she kissed me. It was a little weird. Nothing else came up. I just wanted to tell you.
Was it a good kiss?
No.
All right. Was there tongue?
She tried. But my lips
She
were
tried.
My lips were sealed.
You can try.
That's fine. I mean, it was to get something good, wasn't it?
I mean, it was something for Ember. I don't know what I was getting. I have
He got a smooch, is what he got.
I think I got a smooch. The other thing is probably more actually real. So. Was it good? So, you know your parents.
Uh-huh.
And before I say this, can I make a perception check to make sure that Kipa is not around us?
You wouldn't know.
She's an invisible child.
She's with me.
Oh yeah, isn't she? Is she on?
She is with
Yeah,
you?
we're still. We're
You
still
guys
flying.
sure.
Okay. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
She is everywhere.
Yeah, good thing she's with you and not hiding around the corner
well,
with
that's
her
why
27 stealth.
Yeah, that's why I... Jesus Christ. Okay, I guess she's invisible.
I see you. She's solid snake.
I
She
literally
is solid
going
snake.
dark.
Going dark. So your parents, I may or may not, in the acts of us trying to figure out a way to deal with what we are trying to deal with in Revan, I may or may not have told the rest of the crew what your parents did.
So you're saying may or may not mean you did?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And you
So
know,
just want to make sure that's clear.
yeah. And I know we've tried to not have it be a thing that we talk to Keepa about, but I do think it maybe will have to come up because we are going to have open conversations about them. I guess also maybe I'm trying to be honest with you that there is a potential that we would need their help.
Aye.
I know that they are not a part of the group that they were, and they, lay more on the low, or as much as they say they do.
Leonidas.
Yeah.
First things first. For the
I'm over
kissing
it.
the old lady hag, I know you love me. You don't have to be nervous. If you gotta kiss a hag to get a cool magic item to help people, sure, I trust you.
Yes.
And then next about my parents. As much as they cause me agita,
Good word.
it's been learning it while I've been here. But I just think that whatever we have to do to try to fix things to help our family, and by our family I mean not just you, me, Keepa, and the Baron, but the crew. The crew with an H, or family with a K. Ooh, I like that. Family with a K. Because we're the crew and it's
But
a
it's
family.
secret.
It's a family, but it's the crew, so it's crew with family. All right, I'm not going to explain myself to anybody. Not even to you, Leonidas.
I see you.
Are you?
I see.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I just think that it's important to be honest.
Oh, and I'm glad you are. And if things like this happen again, tell me, of course. The only thing I'm saying, don't be worried. I trust you.
Oh,
I know you're a worrier.
Yes. I also think yes. I am worried about the future. And I am worried about the world we live in and the future for the rest of my party and my friends. Oh, sorry. Dungeon in my belly. My friends and Also, we met a fortune teller that said we were gonna have 5 kids.
Whoa.
I know. That felt overwhelming.
Woo.
Let's cross
I
that
know.
bridge
That's how
when
I
we
felt
get to
about
it.
it too.
The world's always going to be crazy and upsetting, and there's always going to be some bad around that's going to try to fuck things up. And on the inverse, there's always going to be people who try to fix it and who do fix it. So as long as I'm surrounded by people I care about and who I trust, which is what we've done.
That is true.
Yeah. Even though Keep is a handful at the moment.
Yes, yeah.
But we're with our family and I trust that. And as long as we're there, yeah, the world's dangerous. It'll never stop being dangerous, frankly. As we can tell by, there's never going to be a day when all evil is eradicated and all suffering is ended. But I guess at a certain point we have to figure out, how do we work with that? And how do we choose to be happy in that world? And how do we choose to make even a little bit of it a little bit brighter? And that's partly with the people we're with, and also with the wee Baron. That's how we're doing it. Everybody's gonna do it differently. And I feel good about that.
Oh, I'm glad you're back.
It's good to be back. It's good. I love the Kintsugi clan. I love they are just more family to be had. But I don't like their beds either. They're just not that comfortable. I need a feathered fucking bed, especially my the bear in my back and my boobs are getting.
I know.
Look at them.
I see them. I saw them. I see them currently.
Yeah, they're my back's hurting quite a bit.
Yes. Do you need anything?
Use a massage.
I could give you a massage.
Do you know any rooms around here, or maybe we could?
Oh, I mean, we could do that too. We might want to.
Do you know any rooms around here?
You know any room.
Oh, we're there? Oh, I know a room.
Was told not to go back. Immediately the next day, brings
You're
the
not
wife to
there.
the room.
You're not there.
I'm not.
He's talking about.
No,
that's fair.
What kind of room?
I don't think I'm allowed to go back into it, but I did break into it. Yeah, I know.
There it is.
And it's but you know how we've talked about sometimes using like some sort of toys and things of that nature. Yes. I found a room where they have it plentiful. Lots of things.
Whose room is it?
I think it's I think it's the room of Leopold Rittenhask's parents.
Oh.
I know. They seem to get it on.
Want to try it out?
Maybe not right now.
I'll work my magic with what's her name? What's Rittenhask's?
The Baroness.
Warren.
Warren.
Oh.
I just dropped into like text to speech.
Warren.
It was a voicemail.
Her name is Warren.
You've reached the number of
The Baroness.
Please leave a message
Yeah, hi.
at the tone. When you're finished.
Also, we learned a lot. People are tense. I think someone.
I did hear about
Lilith's
father. Yeah.
Yes, he died.
Aye.
So I do. It's a tense time. But
You know what? We're a family. We'll get through it.
I know.
And I'll work my magic with Warren, and maybe we can try out that room. Is there any whips?
Oh yes.
Oh fuck yeah! All right, I'm gonna definitely work that magic.
And like swings and things of that nature and.
Swing?
I know. Multiple swings that are in tandem with each other.
Notably not mentioning the sticky top.
Well, she was getting it cleaned that day.
Yeah, she's getting clean.
Oh, right, sorry.
Fresh top.
And you didn't even open the
Here's
doors
what
on
I
that.
say though. In the meantime, let's go back. You can sit next to me. I'll massage your feet.
Not in public. We're not. That's weird.
That's
to
weird?
do that while people are eating.
I don't know.
At a dining room
At
in
a
a
dining
restaurant?
room?
Interesting.
We're not at a restaurant. We're not at a restaurant.
Wouldn't be the first time I've seen it.
Wouldn't be the first time we've seen it.
All right. Well, it'd be a time.
You'll massage my whole body later.
Indeed.
Aye.
Inside and
Maybe don't.
I'm sorry.
Maybe don't bring it up to Warren.
Every time. Maybe don't bring it up to
Warren. Don't bring it up to Warren.
It's like a bad voicemail.
Yeah.
Hello, you've reached the inbox of Warren.
How are you, meet the
This is Warren Rittenhask.
All right.
James nonsense.
Leonidas, I think you need some food. Your blood sugar's low. You're hypoglycemic, and let's go get.
Are we just making Leonidas Dan?
Sometimes.
Are we?
Are we?
Are we our characters?
Are we all?
We all.
Do I wish I was an
Everybody
8-foot
said
lion?
Dan.
Go to the feast.
All right.
Please.
Lilith eats more than she usually eats.
Thank you for
Hell
having this
yeah.
conversation.
It's yummy. It's real good. And by eating all this, you kind of see like what Rittenhask has been trying to achieve.
What am I trying to achieve?
With his cooking, but it doesn't have like that the flavor background that whoever this cook is. They are good. There's bacon. There's these beautiful bran muffins that are just so nice. Jams and butters and just a delicious fucking breakfast.
So we need to go. And what does the entrance into Revan look like right now? Is there increased security? Is there...
Who are you asking?
I'm asking the table for anyone who wants to chime in.
Oya, the only one who that chimes in from that question. Last I was there was a little bit of security, but that's mostly to get into the inner walls. The outer city, those walls, you can walk right in. Maybe a guard just checking you in, get your information, and just want to know why you're there. But the chitters have mostly gone from the city, or they're just not seen. There are a few you'll see a few on walls patrolling, but in the streets, doesn't seem to be too many.
And the inner city?
Inner city, I haven't been there too often, but from what I understand, there's a bit more of a presence. It's strange there. It depends on who you ask. They all have different opinions about the chitters. But sometimes problems go away, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, they'll be... Watch who you talk to and what you say out loud. And if you're visiting somewhere, make sure you know who you're talking to and who's around you.
The walls have ears, that kind
Exactly,
of thing.
yeah. The walls have weird clickety-clackety ears.
We've had conflicting stories on what the chitters actually are.
Huh?
Do you know what they are?
I've never come toe-to-toe with any chitters. I was actually in Shambhala for most of the war, and it was untouched. They're pacifists up there, and they remain neutral. So made some good spirit with them. I was apprenticing up there, but that's about it. Most is getting information for my other gig. As far as I know, they're some sort of either animated armor, or there could be some I don't know, like undead. All I know is that it smells like fireworks whenever they're around.
Fireworks.
That's necromancy.
That's what some people say.
Well, I mean, which of those two avenues of enterprise, which is Revan more known for?
That's why I think they're bone people. But I've never pulled off one of their helms.
This wasn't a problem we had where I'm from. There much sentient bone people
No,
here on
the
top side?
Not that I ever heard of. No.
Not that.
That would take a higher level.
In the Promethean Tower and in the catacombs.
There very well could be.
We awaken them and put them right back to sleep.
I guess we dealt with one recently. But So perhaps getting into the actual borders of Revan is not the problem. Maybe we could find some spot to hunker down as, benighted...
What are y'all trying to do down there?
We need to get, now, a number of things. But in terms of, things we know we need to do for certain, go digging in the necropolis.
Aye.
And I think we're going to need, at some point, legal or otherwise, an audience with the Empress.
I can't help you with that second one.
I've got that one covered.
Fair.
It's just a matter of when we want to play that card.
But what I will say, most permanent entrances to the Maison de Riv are guarded by the Chitters, and only people are allowed to enter with a pass.
Most known entrances.
Yes. Like official, or like if you're going to visit a family member down there who passed recently or anything like that, or the really shallow levels.
And unofficial entrances? Silent entrances?
There is a rather quiet entrance. I don't know exactly where it is, but I can get you the name of the person who could help you out. They go by the moniker of the Gonfalon.
So my common is not.
It's not necessarily common. It's an old Ravani word.
Can you spell it? Or Lilith would know what it means.
The Gonfalon is it is a specific type of flag.
Warren.
That is usually used in battle to denote heraldry or princeliness or some sort of belonging to an order.
Okay, so G-O-M?
G-O-N, Gonfalon. Falon. F-A-L-O-N. G-O-N,
Gonfalon.
F-A-L-O-N. All one word.
Gonfalon.
But then we say it.
Gonfalon.
Gonfalon.
Hey, everybody.
And you can usually find them in the Blind Skull under the Ville Brasse. The Blind Skull. Have y'all been...
Blind Skull, I heard the other part.
Ville Brasse.
Again,
Now, are you saying, are you calling it the low town as in the lower city, or are you talking about the establishment?
I'm talking about the establishment, the Ville Brasse. But a Blind Skull is a establishment underneath.
Underneath the blind.
So it's an establishment underneath the Ville Brasse.
Gotcha.
Sorry, my because of my accent, my Revan does come out pretty.
There's so many degrees of separation. Common is tricky in the best of times, and Ravani is lost on me.
Not many people speak it, so it's okay. It's really just the aristocracy.
Sounds very strange. Very, very strange.
Just a tradition that they keep around.
People like to do that. Exclusionary languages.
That's all the information I can really have. I haven't been there in a while, but from my network, I would recommend finding them first and reaching out to them if you're trying to get underneath.
You don't know anything else about this person?
No, I don't.
What they look like?
I never met them myself. Only when you're a member of I realize that this sometimes is also an audio medium.
Super inconspicuous.
An audio medium, and I'm doing this I'm putting my finger to my lips.
Thinking about our podcast listeners.
I'm thinking about our podcast listeners.
Members of quiet clubs, perhaps?
Yeah. You at least always are going to have in almost any city a connection. Somebody you can reach out to. And for the last number of seasons that the Gonfalon, see, I said it the right way there, has been the person.
So, does the Blind Skull, does it have rooms?
I'm sorry, say it again.
The Blind Skull, is it usable as an inn?
A blind skull is, I guess the common tongue, they would also call them speakeasies.
Okay, but
there could be rooms. I don't know if this one does. I haven't actually been there myself, as I said.
Villebras is a pub in and of itself.
oh, so maybe they will have rooms.
That's how you say it, Villebras? Villebras?
You know, however you want to say it is fine.
Bill Bryson.
You know, I'm not from there, so I'm not from there. I'm not from Revan. I don't know. They got fun. They got great words and great culture and good food, but I'm not good at it.
So maybe we get a room at the Veal. And I think if we can find a place where we can just be a group of normal waylaid adventurers down on their luck, we will draw less attention if we essentially just be ourselves wandering into the low towns of Revan and worry about how to use more quiet avenues of entry to the inner city.
Well, are we wanting to talk about other ways to get in as well?
That's what we've been talking about.
Oh.
You've been there for this.
Member of the same club.
You're Oh,
well, yeah.
You're a member of that club? Do you know who? What are we talking about?
So the Silent Consortium, we're meeting a member at the Villebras who can help us get into the catacombs.
Right. And that's
the organization that Yara's parents.
Did you know that?
I don't know who Yara's parents are.
Oh. Cool.
Yara then offers, buddy, they go by the name Trek and Patty Griftclaw. That's their government name. But their name is Ma and Pa. And you see Yara say Ma and Pa, and you see like kind of straighten up a bit.
What does that mean to you, Oya?
Oof.
Now, if it's the Ma and Pa, you guys probably aren't gonna have that much trouble getting in wherever you want. They're probably, they were retired, but last I heard, because of the war, they had to kind of reopen their apothecary for business.
I see.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, go to the Villebras. I'm sure that connection will get you, but if you guys have an inn with Ma and Pa,
we have more.
They're eccentric. Oh, but they'll get you where you need to go.
Perhaps the contact at Villebras will help us get into the catacombs, but they can help us get into the inner city.
Definitely. Oh, definitely. Just knowing the reputation of Ma and Pa.
Oh, Yara, you've been holding out on us.
I have a sorted past with my family, and a little bit distant for other reasons. But I love them. They love me. We're not too keen on Leonidas and us.
I never did anything to them.
I know. You didn't. They're just. They are. They
don't like me.
They respect you. They don't necessarily. Especially Dad doesn't like you that much.
Her dad does really not like me.
Yeah.
But
it doesn't matter what he likes, right? Remember.
It matters what she likes.
No, it's what I like.
It's what you like. Sorry.
Okay.
You got it.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm also a bit, to be honest with all of you, I'm a bit nervous to have to go see them. I knew it was going to happen. They don't like, they like Keeper. And
they love Keeper. Keeper can do no wrong.
Keeper kind of comes from the same cloth that they're cut from.
Criminal.
I mean,
is she here? Are you here yet?
I think you guys probably just like stabling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought we were like eating.
Yeah, you're eating, but they were out there on the dragon.
Okay.
Lilith has taken a third helping of food.
Also,
she's dealing with a grief with food.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You're gonna be on whatever horse, like,
Seafood on a horse?
yeah.
Oh no, that sounds terrible.
William, what have you done?
I just moved the computer.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's got a
the
little.
monitor
It's
that
just
goes out
the monitor
sometimes.
goes up.
Damn it, Will.
You know, this is.
You didn't make it easier for him. I will say.
I moved.
He did move. He did move.
He's coached. I felt it.
Okay, so dinner is, or breakfast is
but
coming
was
to
it
a close.
Chat real quick wants to know which of Yara's parents is the Leonin, her dad or her mom?
It would be that. So she's
only half.
only
Yeah,
actually
she's
she's only a
Quarter?
quarter Leonin.
No, that's keep.
No, keep us
Oh, no,
keep us half.
Because
She's only a quarter Leonin.
yes, yeah,
So
yeah.
actually,
One of her parents is
both
half
one of her parents is a human, and then one of them is half Leonin. Is that how that lineage would work?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So her dad is the half Leonin. No, sorry, her mom is the half Leonin, and her dad is the human. Yara's grandmother, is the more like I'm a full Leonin. I am only Leonin, and my dear love here is, I don't know if you would equate it, but like a quarter of that. And
It's just all in
it's all in the mix, but her mom.
Leonin, you are so much more than just a Leonin.
Thank you, my dear friend.
Never just.
I'm talking about
Simply.
genetics is what I'm talking about, or just like you know how Yara looks more like a human than I do a human.
Right.
You ever seen a Punnett Square?
You're losing me.
Okay, look at Yara. You see how she's like more human than I am.
She looks
Do you see how?
like a cat.
Right, but she's also got a lot more human features than I do,
Like you can. My nose isn't.
and she
black.
has hands.
But
And I've
You
got.
have hands.
I have paws.
How do you hold a sword?
It's called a grip.
You do.
You have hands.
You have
I have paws.
You're a
They're
human.
According to the character art, you have hands.
anthropomorphic. It's human.
Dan,
Pulling up the
Dan,
character
I'm looking
art.
at the
Hands.
sticker right
Look
now.
at
You
the
got
sticker on the
hands.
back of your computer.
It's
You have hands.
It's lion,
Bro, you've got grippers.
but it is human
It's
lion.
It says humanoid lion.
I just. Yeah, I'm
They
just
got-
a.
Maybe the feet. The feet.
Yeah,
in my mind,
if
the
to
feet
put it
are
into the
cat-like.
rules of D&D, I'm custom lineage, if you know what I mean.
What's D&D?
I don't know.
So,
It
get us
burns.
back on track. So we go to Villa Brass, and we go to your family's home. Where is your family? Where do they live? Where's the
They
apothecary?
live in on an apartment, about 3-story building, right up against the inner city wall. And it's I forget what the name of the apothecary is, but there's most people who come in just know it as Mom and Pa's.
Okay. And that's normal people know it as that as well.
Yes.
The fighting didn't make it back to Revan, did it?
No external force made it inside the city, but there's been plenty of conflict within every city because of all this. People trying to take advantage of others. There is a considerable movement against this the unification and the imperialization of even senatorial imperialization of Cordia. And there are still some separatist groups. I'm not much for politics, but I do believe that if you're trying to make people do something they don't want to do and they're not hurting anybody by doing what they want to do, you should be fine. And there's some disagreement in that.
I just remembered the name of their apothecary. It's called Juice.
Yeah, it was juice.
I just wrote it down.
It's a juice bar.
Yes. But a lot of people call it Mom and Pa's.
It's Mom and Pa's juice
Mom
bar.
and Pa's Juice Bar
Juice Bar Apothecary and Co.
and Co.
They're not good names.
They're not, and I've told them, and they hate me more.
You shouldn't have said that last
shouldn't
time.
have.
That's what made us leave early that last time.
That's
Because
very
you got an
true.
argument with the Pop.
Yes.
Okay, well,
How, since we're all here and not traveling yet, and there's food and palliatives in front of us,
What?
How do we feel about the unification?
Sorry, I'm not there.
into the room.
Well, I don't know how long it's been, but I was stabling.
We can say you guys are done.
Okay,
You're
it was
done.
like,
Walking in.
it was like we're all here. I'm like, I'm not though. That was like, sorry.
Keep it region. Get in the door.
Gundam calls for aid. Let me just
I
tell
just
you.
didn't know how long it was gonna take. This was like, I don't.
Hannah, the way you just said that is so
It
funny.
was the
Come into the room.
Come into the room. Let me touch you. I can touch you. No.
Ew. Wait a minute, I've seen that. What?
I know this is going to change, and our answers are going to fluctuate as we learn more. Oh,
bottle.
Look, Warren is here.
Warren.
All right, what are you saying, Kallias?
how I was mentioning yesterday how I don't think it is. I personally have no plans on stepping my feet into political messes that have nothing to do with us immediately, and that I am not educated on. But it seems like we are barreling headlong towards involving ourselves in this. The more I have thought on it, the more it seems that dealing with what we need to deal with in the necropolis, and dealing with what you need and want to deal with your family and the sage, we are going to get embroiled in this. And it seems likely to me, given our track record, that our actions may or may not have influence on the future borders of this country and this continent.
Don't you think that there's kind of no way to not
But
do that?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Is that there is no way to not do that, I don't think.
I would agree.
So what, as we stand now, with the information we currently know, where does the crew stand on this?
Stand with the Republic.
Well, that's a
I'm
genuine
kidding.
answer.
That was me pretending to be Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Are we... If we get evidence that Empress Fleur is well-meaning and is acting out of genuine benevolence towards the masses, if we get that evidence, are we supporting the unification?
I think we stand with, frankly, where at least I will stand, where Lilith and Ryujin stand, or they are. I just think that this is a bigger fish on their frying pot.
Don't mean anything. This is all Lilith's.
I think you
For
mean
now.
for now, but I do think you
And
mean
with
more
the
than.
current information we have, I don't.
Where is Tatsu also?
Tatsu's just been listening.
T-posing?
Every time.
Yeah, not T-posing. Like
Where's
you
T-posing?
see, in Tatsu is like learning things about Revan, just kind of writing things down.
Is Tatsu just like Trent Krim?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like like always there and listening.
Always
His
there.
hair is good.
Is his hair as good?
He has no hair.
Well,
So
then
yes.
he's not Trent Krim.
Wait, he's bald?
Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
like he's not bald. He has like a very very short
Hello,
buzz.
tapered
Like a
face.
buzz.
That's a very specific, different.
Yeah, it's like a very close fade.
Okay.
Hello, tapered face.
Low maintenance.
Yeah, very low maintenance. Like
Not Trent Crim's hair is definitely not low
No,
maintenance.
no, he's got to
He's
condition
got
that.
Yeah.
He's got
All the
luscious
time.
locks.
He's got that curly girl.
Someone said that you hold that. With
Oh, yeah.
hands,
I must.
Yeah.
I don't. We need to stop the siege, and I need to talk to my mum, and that is. Again, we don't have information.
Yes.
Which do you
Right.
want to do first?
I have that question too.
Don't know.
You want to talk to your mom first? Before we do anything about the sage? To
I'm-
see what I mean, I feel like that would be advantageous to see what her side of her point of view is and her dealings with the sage before we just try and take him out.
I would be worried that worst case scenario, if she's completely compromised by the sage, we would then be at a huge disadvantage to getting into the necropolis.
I think we need to get into the necropolis before. I mean,
There are ways to get into the necropolis. There are many different ways to get into the necropolis.
I think if we can find a way to get into the necropolis and not alert anyone, and maybe not even do what we need to do, but just scope the necropolis out and map it the first time, that would maybe provide more information on the scene.
I don't know how possible it will be to map. We have this map,
right?
But the walls and these tunnels and whatever down there is not always the same.
Yeah, it's alive.
Yeah.
From
the map.
Hi, Raiders.
We have those maps, yes.
No, the thing I sold.
The Divine Cartographer.
Oh, I have it. Yes, that wasn't. It won't tell us exactly what we need because it isn't at its full power.
Fair. Yeah. But if it was
it should
at
be
one
powered
point
up now.
in
It's gonna
there,
be.
and then out of it, it might be able to take us back.
That is true.
What if?
Because the place is still the same place, whether or not it is in one specific location or another.
Tatsu is speaking. I do, in my minor experience with other versions of the necropolis, getting in usually wasn't the hardest part.
Yeah.
It's getting to the first tomb.
What is the first tomb?
That's it's what he did talk about it a while ago, but it's what Tatsu's looking for.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I forget the exact name I used for it, but the first tomb
Yes.
is how he sometimes refers to it.
In my experience, and you can speak on this
Scion's
for
Rest.
whatever
Scion's
you've
Rest,
been
yes.
down there for, the deeper you go,
Thanks, Sherry.
the more dangerous it becomes.
Absolutely.
And, like, there are some who say that even there are like creatures down there that are from different worlds. There are some who believe that only those with like blood of the gods or the blood of the first men can get all the way down to the bottom.
I have to say, the more you're describing it, the more I want to go down there.
That's fair.
But yeah, but just it's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
Like nobody's been to the bottom. That's why the sages do what they do. They're just like slowly making it, and like the quads get lost in there a lot of the time.
What?
And
The like city military group.
Special
now
forces
that
for
we know
Revan.
that there may be a tangle beneath.
That is a tangle.
Exactly. That who knows how that has corrupted and perverted the catacombs and tunnels and creatures within.
I think talking to your mother, of course, is very important.
I think I should send a message. I think I should scry on her right now before we leave, and I should send a message.
I don't think we have access to the scry on the boat.
Where the fuck is Hugh?
Where? Someone here. Oh yeah, Hugh. No, he's at the Bavarian.
Yeah.
As is Kevin.
Cora like mouthful of lobster was.
Oh yeah, where the fuck's Kevin?
With Rek.
On the boat.
On the boat.
John. Stop
I mean,
fucking
Kevin
that
and
rat,
Rick would join
John.
us, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they're gonna.
Yeah.
So they'd be like, we're gonna leave after breakfast, so they would probably be here.
No, Rek was on
Or
the
are
boat.
they gonna meet us later?
They were gonna teleport to you.
Okay.
That's what I
Does
was.
anyone
Because
have
Kevin can teleport.
a
Yeah,
scrying
Kevin can teleport.
ability or anything, or message ability?
Does anybody at the Rittenhask?
Is that a court wizard or something?
Oya and Tatsu, both actually. Tatsu's like, I have kind of a scry.
It's a pie.
It is, and pulls out this like little journal, and it's like this has like this like almost like mother of pearl binding. It's kind of it's not a scry. It's more of a message. You can write who it's to, and then it's I don't know why I keep this. once you write it to somebody, they will receive a letter somehow.
That's fucking cool.
How'd you get
This is
that?
who? I'm sorry. This is who talking.
I found this actually in one of the catacombs of the second iteration. It's and I started journaling in it and realized that some things would disappear, and I then found a wizard to identify it for me, and it's a special ability. It is basically an A-mail arcane mailing system.
Okay. I can send my mother
Get all the way out.
a short message, and whether she believes it or not, at least she'll know.
Do we want to do that once we're already in the city? Maybe?
Walk closer.
What was your?
Or did you want to get that out?
Yeah, I was
of the
gonna say, what was your want to have it be earlier?
Just because I'm just so fucking terrified to do anything right now, so I was just gonna get it out of the way. But we can do it outside the city gates before we go.
I do find my thought is if we give them a heads up before we get there. If
The
your mother
city's going
is
into lockdown.
compromised, maybe it goes into lockdown, and it could be much more difficult to get where we need to go.
Like be there in 10.
Because the last time we were here, the people who your mother is now in league with were actively trying to hunt us down. And for all we know, we might be still on a wanted list somewhere. And I would not like to be on the receiving end of that, if only for the mess that it would make.
Fine. Does anyone know that we accidentally killed the King of Marvelhold?
Oh.
Like outside the
You say that, Warren goes.
Suddenly there's a record scratch.
Warren kind of like coughs on her food and like kind of sits up and goes,
You should leave.
Lilith, it wasn't really that accidental, was it?
No, it wasn't. I just
hey.
figured I'd throw that in there.
Let's
He
relax in
was
this
a bad
conversation.
dude, everyone. He was a bad dude.
He was.
He was a very bad dude.
Warren's just gonna sit there and go,
I'm Warren.
I'm going to excuse myself. Just so I don't hear anything I shouldn't after this.
Well, what isn't? Okay.
Yes, I'm just gonna step out. And Warren gets up and walks away.
What?
Oops.
Was that bad? I don't know what.
I don't understand. I think they just like.
I don't think they were
I
ready
mean,
to hear that we
if they
killed
hear
people.
something, they're probably obligated to say something about it, or they don't want to compromise their own.
Well, I'm surprised that's
they
not
might be
bigger
interrogated.
information. I mean, we were the only people in the room with him at the time. And then he was dead.
But then
You know?
there was no reason to know that we
Plausible
were in that room.
deniability.
And no one
Who did
knows who we really were, except for
true.
the sage.
And the sage might not say anything about what happened during that time because he got his ass clapped.
He did get packed up.
So did Leonidas.
I
That
don't.
was after.
Okay, so
I forget a lot of it, and I now
we'll
remember all of it.
leave for Revan after this. We're going to get into the city, and then we're going to go to Villa Brass first.
Yes.
And then after that, we'll find places to stay there. And then after that, we're going to go find Ma and Pa's.
I think taking the temperature of the feeling of resistance in the city will also be important.
Aye.
Especially in thinking through getting people to open doors for us and understanding how to, if not make friends, stay friendly.
Apparently we didn't kill him.
Well, at Villa Brass, we'll either find people who could help us, or will very much not want to help.
Wait, did we not kill him?
I don't remember.
I don't think I killed him.
According to chat, our wonderful friend
Bagels were just watching. They said that it didn't.
Bales and Smear.
Well,
they're dead now.
He's dead now.
He ran away.
He ran away.
So we didn't kill
Died
him.
outside the doors.
Tripped, fell on a spear.
What?
Yeah.
Leonidas stands up and goes,
I started to
win.
deny it. I was like, no, I killed the
we
sage,
girl
but that bitch
boss
ran
Gatlit
away.
you.
Yeah.
Gatlit?
Ember
Gaslit.
double tapped the sage. I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And like I very much attempted to kill the king.
I guess you did try.
It was attempted murder.
Either way, the king is dead.
Regicide.
Holy shit.
He was a pretender anyway.
Ew.
Sherry's comment is.
I don't like blade deep.
So we might be on the hook for that if whoever actually killed him, because it wasn't me. It was the one-armed man.
Yeah, we'll get a taste of the situation once we get in there.
When do we go?
After breakfast, after we finish eating.
To gather our things.
Aye.
And the journey is what, 3 days on horseback? Something like that?
Approximately, yes.
Aye.
3 days on your friend.
Depending on how fast Chungus can ride. Keeper told me
I
about
do
Chungus.
have haste.
You're gonna give
haste.
Chungus
You're gonna give
fucking
haste.
drugs, basically, and
Speed.
Well, we have that kind of bond now, yes.
Jesus Christ, Woody.
Okay. Baron Rittenhask, thank you for your hospitality. Please thank your wife for us as well.
Is he
Older? Does he get older every day?
Yeah.
Every second of every day?
Don't we all older?
Don't we all?
Yeah, it's the opposite of sundowning. So when the sun goes down, he gets more active and spry, apparently.
But in the
All right,
morning.
moveth.
all right.
I guess that's me.
So you all finish your breakfast.
Same.
You give your love, your hugs, your kisses to the Rittenhask family, and they all invite you back again.
Generous.
I go over to Warren.
Yeah, very generous.
I go over to Warren and I give her a hug. And while I'm hugging her, I go, I apologize, but also thank you. Maybe if we come again, it would be great to see you. Never mind. Goodbye.
Oh, and she kind of looks here.
I talked to Emmanuel and
Who?
my husband.
Oh.
And we have some room for you and your partner if you're interested in dancing with us.
Oh, potentially. A conversation with her.
Yes.
Swing dancing.
Yes.
No.
Yes. We do love a polka.
Get the fuck out of here.
Poke her.
Now that's the kind of blade.
The horses are saddled.
We go.
Smacking Chungus so hard you can't hear the rest of the conversation.
I'm gonna shake his hand.
For you,
Jesus.
What if that's been Ryujin's voice this whole time?
I want to shake that hand. You go and you shake, and like they give you a warm smile, and you go shake, and he pulls you in for a hug. And says, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Take care of my son.
Always.
Yes.
Just has so many marbles in his mouth.
And for you, as you turn around, Keepa and Rittenhask were gone for a second, and they actually used a special one of Keepa's abilities to quickly fabricate a saddle for Aron.
Nice.
To fit Aron, so it's a more comfortable ride.
Is there an extra seat for Keepa to ride on there too?
There is an attachment that you can have
A
another
sidecar?
seat. A
Sidecar.
Yeah, it's basically
It's
like
also
a.
huge, so it should
It's,
be
it's,
more
it
than
can
2 people.
Yeah, the saddle itself can. I think let's just say that.
There's a couple like extra stirrups that she can kind of like ride like.
Yeah.
It's giving the Appa saddle, you know?
That-
A little bit more
Sleek, yeah. Of
Um,
course, he's not as wide.
Yeah,
but
and
That's
he's
going
strong, but he
Chungus.
can't.
Yeah.
Like he maybe can if like 4 people max.
Yeah.
On Aron. I mean, yeah, but I mean, like if they're like big people, like if Leonidas is on it, maybe not
Maybe
4.
not 4, yeah.
But like if it's like
I'll be on
if it's like
Timothy.
Rek, Keepa,
What about
Ryujin,
Fim-Fam?
and Fim, all 4 of you could fit. But everybody else.
Bagels with the timestamp. Holy shit. Okay.
Ooh.
Nice. Thanks, Bagels and Smear.
Nice, Bagels and
Again,
Smear.
it was
That's
3
cool
years
as
ago.
I don't remember
Are
shit.
we on Zoom?
No, that was in person. That was actually
when we
one of
drew
our
the tower.
first in-person streams.
Oh,
It
shit.
wasn't our
No,
first,
it wasn't
but
our
it was our
first, but
finals
one-
for.
Yeah, he
we
said
went on
one.
a tour
It was
and
close.
went on a boat.
We
Yeah,
were
it was
only
close.
we were
It
only
was
streaming
close.
live for a little bit.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
We were streaming live.
So as you all saddle the horses, you mount Dogwater, Chungus,
I am hasting Chungus.
Timothy.
How are you doing?
Timothy,
I'm gonna name
and
my dragon
you're
right
on. Do you want your own horse?
Oh shit.
Do you wanna
You
ride
can
my
ride
dragon?
on the horse with me if you want.
There's
But I
plenty
thought-
of space on Chungus.
I thought
Fimfam's like,
Do you wanna
oh,
go topside?
I mean, or I don't know if you wanted to ride with me again, Fimfam, or if you wanted to ride on Chungus.
I'll ride on
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 Aron?
Aron if that's
And
okay.
does Ember want a horse?
No, Ember can ride behind Lilith.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
Am I?
He's okay with horses.
Is Yara? Does she have her own horse? Yes, she has.
Yara does not have a horse, but she gets on one of Rittenhask's horses. Yeah.
Oh,
She's coming.
She would. She was like. She
I
kind of
would.
looks at you and she's like,
I would definitely like her to come. We're going to Revan.
"Alright, yeah, guess we're
We're-
coming.
There's a world in which we go speak to
Keepa,
her parents.
you coming?"
Keep up.
And she materializes in front of you and puts both wet fingers in your ear.
I grab her.
She's too quick. She got you.
Hey, you are going to ride with me. All right?
If you can catch me, fucker.
I'm going to.
It disappears.
You raised this.
I did not. You all warped her mind.
You hear a whisper in your ear being like, "Lightning bugs shooting lightning out of their ass."
Get on my horse.
Excellent. So, as the ride begins on the road again, we are going to take our break. So we're going to go take a quick break. We'll be back like 8:35-ish, almost 8:40-ish.
16 minutes.
16 minutes.
16 minutes,
We'll
yeah.
take a piss, take a shit, get a drink, get a snack. We'll see you later.
When we come back.
We'll be back.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bards of New York, the live, chaotic, beautiful mess that we all know and love, where we usually, at one point, will play D&D together. We'll be starting to play D&D at some point soon, and then probably stop, then start again, and then stop, and then giggle, and I'll fart a bunch, and then we'll have a good time.
Why even do the stream?
You're hitting the nail too hard on the head, man.
Come for the D&D, but stay for the absolute chaos that is Bards of New York. I love you.
I've makeshifted or found a leather glove and
Michael Jackson.
shut up.
Simone.
But
Powered hee.
instead of Misty Step, it's Moonwalk.
No attacks of opportunity.
Yeah.
Can Eldritch Blast be cast exclusively by heavy round?
When you catch shielding yourself, it's not a shield. You just kind of lean over like this much.
Also, there's the whole aspect of that miasma.
Do you have an inhaler for that?
do you have?
Oh, you beat me to it by just 1 second. I mean, I used to, as a child, had some asthma, but I've grown out of it since. Miasma.
Yar.
Fuck you.
Pirate ventilator then.
Made out of wood,
I lost my albuterol along. We keep our rescue inhaler in my hook. Ah, 'tis less effective than me old steroid.
Can't do a New York accent.
Just try your best. Come on.
Somebody, you know,
Say bagels and schmear.
bagels and schmear. You know, somebody.
I didn't realise there was a New York over there.
No mind, from Old York, yeah?
Say, hey, I'm walking here.
Hey, I'm walking here. All right, you know, I'm just.
It's
you
so
know,
immediate. It's immediately back.
I'm having all kinds of trouble, and
Now you sound like a British person trying to do an American accent.
You're like, oh, did?
I did.
How dare you?
What do you want to do with my crew?
Have a lot of benefits but zero work? What do you even do?
We got somebody who does a lot of fart noises. We got somebody who likes to, steal babies. And it's kind of in between those two things.
Really?
That's the range. That's the range.
Hey!
I think a creative coordinator, a creative director position would be really great because Jesus Christ, that's horrific.
You're beautiful and capable of great things, like murder. Don't do that though, unless it's completely necessary. Anyway, bye.
To me, you have always been the brightest star. Been the most powerful star.
I kiss her.
There's a couple that are harvest flavored. They say it's more of a savory sweet almost. Like it has a very almost like umami sort of sense to it. And it's,
Mommy.
Y'all.
Excellent work.
Y'all.
Excellent work. It was ubiquitous and it made me upset. I just wanted to buy pastries.
Pentagonal. Pentagonal.
You'll be
Pentagon.
Pentagon.
Pentagonal. Pentagonal.
Diagonally.
Somebody called the Pentagon.
Pentagonally. Pentagonally.
Fuck out of here.
Pentigony.
By Aeschylus.
What do you do? Smell burning toast?
Always.
Pentagonal.
Pentagussy.
Pentades.
So feeble.
Let's stop being so mean to women.
Wait, if I may support you.
It was a really valiant attempt.
How many sides does that thing have? Say that again.
Pentagonal.
Gaggle on these nuts.
So, the mechanic where you make choices as your character that then affects the world at large. To me, there's no better version of that than D&D, where not only do you get to escape to a world and make choices within it as a character entirely your own, that then your own choices are a catalyst for an evolution of the world that evolves with you, but you get to do that with other people. So it's not just a pre-thought out, I'm going to make these choices to make these things happen. It's a group of people, all that you can have banter with and laugh with, but at the end of the day, you are exploring a world for the first time, together as a group, making these little chaotic decisions which bloom across the world, causing it to change with you and grow with you as your characters level up and grow. What brings me back to D&D over and over and over again is like assisting in the growth and the blossoming of a world that will be cultivated by accident through a ragtag group of adventurers' actions.
We're live. And welcome, everybody. And welcome back to Bards of New York. And here's your host of the evening. He hails all the way from Idaho, Woody Minshew.
He's in the house like carpet.
He's in the house.
Boy, in the house like carpet.
In the house like carpet.
So,
Butter.
Butter.
Warren.
Warren.
I'm about to scat.
I'm about to scat.
Still Team 6.
Still Team 6.
I just realized Warren sounds like warning. Warning.
Warren.
Doesn't sound
Red
the same.
team.
at all.
Seal
Defend your
Team
base.
6.
Base under attack.
As the camera pans back down.
Panussies back down.
Speaking of camera, ours needs to be tweaked just a little bit
Fuck.
toward
I got it.
me.
You stay what you're doing.
All right.
I'll do it.
So
Which way?
the camera pans
Yeah,
back
actually,
down,
go.
and just for sake of travel, because let's say you guys run into a wayward lion pack, or even a pack of gnolls looking to do some banditry.
It's like in Skyrim, right? When you're level 6 million at Magecraft, and some wayward bandit says, "Run your pockets, give me what you have,"
and you call a demon,
Yeah,
a Daedra,
exactly.
and be like, "I'm gonna kill you."
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't necessarily need to see what that looks like yet. To have even Kallias go full rumbling on the bandits. Oh my gosh.
There would be like an urban legend then. Like
Yeah.
later on by all the children, like there's a snake person who lives in the swamp.
A giant snake monster.
Honestly, what we need to do is here's what we do. Just for to be nice to even the lowly bandit. Because, everybody has to have some sort of way to make money.
We donate money?
No. Or yeah,
Some of our
we
expenses.
take some of our money, we put it in a separate pouch, and that is the pouch that we give as in oh please take our money. There you go. And it's like 20 gold, and they're like, oh wow, it's a lot.
It's like
Meanwhile,
when you
also,
walk.
it's not.
It's like when you walk around New York with a fake wallet that's empty.
Yeah.
But
Well,
hand
you keep your small bills in one pocket and your real money in another
In your
pocket.
underwear.
I think the Nightmare Krew is just at that level of unhinged where we could be like, oh, well, okay, bandit, here's like a couple emeralds. Like, buy yourself something.
Buy yourself something nice.
More money than my family's have had.
Literally, it's either that or I was going to kill you.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna stop robbing.
There's that gal on TikTok who was like, yeah, I was in England one time and this guy came up to me with a knife and was like, your money. And I went, what about it?
So?
Yeah.
What money?
Take a couple of amethysts
think
before
I
we
am
remove you from the census. Like, go along.
Honestly, just one emerald. It would be enough.
Yeah, so I wanted to
That would
ask
be
you all if there was anything you wished to do before moving into Revan. Like on the 3-day, really more closer to a 4-day trip. You're gonna get to Revan late at night on the 4th day.
I would just like to go over what Tatu has in his notebook, if he's willing to share any of it.
Of course, Tatu's happy to share all of it.
Just what he's been researching, what he's looking at, what information that he's considered important to
Can I
him.
join you in that?
Yeah, actually, what I wanted to do some of the Tatsu as well, so this works well. Main thing that Tatsu, in his limited research, and he does preface this with a lot of the research within his notebook is either pertaining to, really mostly just pertaining to old, like really old, to where something's happened to the necropolis to where it is what's the word I'm looking for? It's dead. It is a dead necropolis where the one in this Revan is living.
That's fine. Whatever the things that Tatsu has considered, the things that you have considered important, I feel like have to be pertinent to what we're looking for.
I mean, in climbing down level by level, you do get a distinct feel of there's almost like a biome to each level. Are you familiar with the astrology or of the 9 hells? Yes.
Yes.
So you know how each one, as you go down, is going to have a different culture, vibe, weather, even. Once you get past the initial layer, let's call it the crust of the necropolis, you're going to start making it every level the dormant magic of all these souls has created biomes within each level, and it's one way to kind of know how deep you're getting. It is, and from my experience, different from each one to each one. So I think as we head down, I'll be taking constant notes. I would encourage you all to. I've seen a lot of. I have an experience because once the necropolis, these dead necropolises, they didn't move around, but from writings and from what we've gathered, the one here is almost living, and it will, like, doors will appear, will disappear, will not necessarily work to our aid, and maybe even undermine, depending. So
it's funny because when I was there, it almost felt like it was asking me to go places.
Perhaps it was because you didn't have a place in mind to go.
I think the necropolis accepts those who are lost, souls or otherwise. So I think there is a way to get through. I believe it, and then we can go over these maps a bit more. But it's gonna take some teamwork and trust.
First step is getting in the city.
First step is getting in the city, and then, like, you gotta buy somebody a drink first before you invite them over. You feel me? The person we're inviting over is just a big dead city underneath the other city.
The necropolis is a city.
It used to be.
Yeah, in a way. I mean, it's layers of old city that were built up upon. So Riva, where you were, you probably run into it if you go deep enough.
Or our version of.
Yeah, or what used to be your version of Riva.
Has anybody ever asked the dead if they want to be there?
That's
Yes.
an existential question.
We asked. Well, I mean, it depends on how deep you go. The dead, that's the most easily accessible. We're buried there to keep historical records and such. And we talk to them all the time.
It's kind of part of the culture. Like, if you live in Revan, you become part of the city in that way.
Yeah.
And it's like you're.
You become part of the city. I like that.
It's like it's an honor. A lot of people view it as an honor.
I wonder if they still do after all this.
That's a great question.
That is a wonderful question.
Would you?
'Cause I
don't think I'm over here. Never mind. Sorry.
I think that if these chitters are skeletons and lost souls, it kind of goes against everything that the city stands for.
Absolutely.
Oh, have you mentioned anything about, or has Liv mentioned anything about the encounter that she had?
Not yet.
Okay, great.
But she will.
What?
She just
Okay.
wants to get in the fucking city first. Get
And
over that hurdle.
remind me, I've asked you this so many times before. Have either of you been in the necropolis?
Mm-hmm.
And how far?
It's hard to tell.
You don't. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like it maybe wouldn't be hard to tell if you passed through one layer into another.
The crust can be pretty thick.
Right.
From my experience. So
But
once you
even
start
in the
getting to
crust-
lower levels, even the crust itself
is very diverse and different wherever you are.
I spent like 50 plus years and still didn't. I would doubt I made it anywhere out of the crust.
Do they have, like, are there 50 denizens of the? How do I want to put it? Necropolis natives that serve as guides or attendants.
in a sense, the scholars in the Promethean Tower know all about certain parts of it and where to go and what to do. They're people who are always doing something in the necropolis, excavating, searching for things, looking for gems and jewels or treasures and all of this sorts of things.
I meant of the
But you mean dwellers in
those without immediate life.
Unofficial?
No.
You mean undead?
Things perpetually stationed in the necropolis to guide visitors.
I've never encountered any.
There
but
are
I've always...
so for my Ravani crusts. No, it is the they would call like it'd be there are.
It's like a Sherpa.
Bedtime stories
Oh.
of basically the Revan equivalent to mole people.
Think of it like it's like the Paris catacombs. You
The
know, there's
mole
like
miner.
people down there. It makes my skin grow. Like it's
Yeah,
that.
like maybe some
This is what I'm thinking.
some Ravani bands will like play some shows down in the necropolis, you know. But as far as actual true native denizens,
not the crust, perhaps.
There are stories, but it's never been quite confirmed. Tatsu, I did run into a few camps, it seemed, and remains of sort of villages in the lower crusts or the lower levels.
In other iterations. All right. I mean, it's
So-
a possibility.
It is.
I mean, you think if just thinking about using necromancy as magic itself, it is magic of life as much as it is death, and a place suffused with so much of that. If I was steeped there for long enough, I doubt I would begin to know the difference between the. I doubt if the dead can tell.
Can't imagine what it's like. About to find out.
Good.
All right. Last thing I want to do. One night, Tatsu asks if he can take you on a small walk. Shut up!
I whispered it.
I still heard it. That's what's great.
This is a small room.
And I know that shotgun mic picked it up.
Damn it!
God, Lilith, the incest promoter and an ableist.
I forgot about
I
that.
forgot about the ableism.
Never forget.
Cancel Lilith.
Yeah, hashtag cancel Lilith.
Lilith says to herself.
Really, no, she's just been reading a lot of smut, so she's looking for something.
If the conversation with her mother doesn't go well, it's going to be hashtag cancel Lilith for like all of Revan.
Yeah.
Right.
If you see this girl,
Cancel her.
Cancel her.
It was accidental ableism. I didn't know he was blind.
Yeah, that's convenient.
Accidentalism. Well, I have one thing I wanted to do as well, but you can do it
Yeah,
after you.
yeah.
Great.
Picture on a walk, and I remember you mentioned it, but do you remember anything about your family?
Not really. I was so young. I was left. I was a young, near baby, if you will.
Of course. Well, I think this is appropriate. And it's like kind of fence clearing, and he has both his swords on his hip and kind of goes into the clearing and kneels down, sitting on his knees, and motions for you to sit with him. Now looks around, waves his hand, creates a small fire. Something I've picked up. Around this fire, he puts a pot, makes some tea. I found this is an appropriate thing. I've lost anyone who I would consider family to me. And I don't wish for you to replace that family. that's what I want to say first. But if you are willing, I didn't have my ritual for these. They were one of the very few things that was left to me and Ryujin when our parents died. But it is something that's been passed down in families for generations. There were two of them. He lays his two swords down on the grass in front of you. You are a Valtimeri, through and through. There is no question. If you'll accept it, I would like to gift you an ancestral sword.
Here it comes.
Wielded by a Ryujin to a Ryujin.
Thank you. It's an honor to be receiving this from you. And of course, I wouldn't want to replace your brother either, but over this past couple of days that I've known you, I do feel like there is a connection. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Then he kind of picks up the longer sword. And has it in his palms up, grabs it, uses this one, and opens the blade. And on the blade, as he pulls it out, just about a third of the way, you see these runes carved up the blade. Roll me a history check.
That's worse. It was close. History. 12.
12?
Yes.
Okay.
Above a 10.
Yeah, above a 10. That's kind of what I was looking for. Like decently above a 10. That 12 is not great, but I'll give you enough. Sorry, a little negging, but
no, it's fine. I mean,
You roll so high usually.
what I
Yeah.
usually roll, that's
Yeah.
fair. So.
I'm like, you didn't get a crit fail? Weird. But you would recognize this as a moon blade.
Ooh.
That is the category of blade. Now, you don't know a lot, but they are blades that have, as basically the older the blade, the more powerful they become, gaining power from each wielder. That's cool. What's the laugh?
It's just there's an anime called My Hero Academia. That's the power
thing?
set. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Where's Dex? That's like one of her faves.
This
It's so good.
was my brother's. It was gifted to our family. They usually belong to elven families. But our family was gifted this long, long ago. That's all I know about it.
I think I do know. This sword looks exactly like the sword, the blade that I was shown in Riva.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It's maybe not exactly,
Well,
but
very similar.
Very similar.
Very similar. Okay.
The blade that had like almost red shine to it. This one does not. It's
Okay.
more of like a midnight black with like a purple sort of like undertone. The blade itself and the oh god, I forget what it's called on a katana, but like the guard.
Yeah.
Has this beautiful like kind of gilded inlay of a dragon eating its own tail.
Suba.
A Suba?
Suba,
pretty
yeah,
sure.
you're right. It is.
Yeah.
What a cute name for something so deadly.
I watched a lot of forging videos and like what's that?
Super.
It's that one YouTube channel that makes like swords from video games.
Oh my god.
that
was
was yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, great.
Peak, in fact.
Yeah,
Literally.
good shit. This never belonged to me. I was simply a carrier.
Ow.
The ritual is simple. I will ask you a question. Answer it truthfully. Upon the answer, you will receive the blade. Do you accept this ritual?
I do.
Doggy dog.
Leia, open your hands. Lays the sheath in your hand. A nice, cool weight sits in it, and it kind of sits across both, and then takes it and kind of going opposite direction, lays the cold blade on the rest of your hands, more like towards the fingertips. Looks you in the eyes. Ryujin, Valtimeri. When you wield this blade, who do you wield it for?
My family. The people I love. The crew around me. And myself.
Is that your full answer?
Yes.
Then rise. It is yours.
Thank you. I will honor the legacy of your brother.
I'm sure you will. I trust that. And as you kind of say, it's like, I mean, I'm excited to see that put to use, but I hope it's not too soon.
Fair.
And one more thing. Reaches in, he has a small bag that he reaches in, pulls out this beautiful woven sash. You do not have to accept it, but it kind of folds it up and hands it over to you. This was Ryujin's. It is traditionally, and you can see he's wearing his, and it's what he keeps his swords on his person with. No pressure. Just if you are feeling a little fancy.
Thank you.
I don't need it, and I think it should stick with its sword. Absolutely. And this one, same thing. It's the sash itself is almost like, instead of a dragon, like it's a worm, like the long snaky dragons.
Yep.
Not eating its own tail, but it's just kind of flying through it, and there's like little like vignettes throughout it.
It's fucking sick.
Yeah. I'll have your stats for your new sword next week.
All right.
Yeah. And this one, this beautiful dark blade with that purple inlay, is now yours. And the last thing Touch says is, every wielder names the blade, and the name becomes what they add to it. Take your time. It's up to you.
Will do. I will take the sash and tie it around me.
He kind of shows you like and helps you with it. And shares a cup of tea with you and look at the stars. A beautiful evening.
Stars.
Excellent. Anything else anybody wants? You wanted to do something,
Yes.
Daniel. Yes.
While we're riding, we're doing that, right? We're still riding, or I can do that. When Keepa decides to get on the horse,
yeah,
I assume she's in front of me, or maybe behind me, but she's in front of me, and I go, "Hey, hey."
Yeah. I was asleep.
That's good. Sleep is good.
What?
I have to tell you something. As we begin our journey towards Revan, which you've been to.
Yeah, I was like a baby. I don't remember it.
Yes. Well, do you remember your grandparents?
Yeah, Nana and Papa. Yeah, I remember them. They smell like sarsaparilla.
Sick.
Miasma. I and your mother, but mostly me, have not been fully truthful to which what they do. And before
Oh, you mean like they're like super spy criminals kind of thing?
do you just know everything?
Well, you guys don't lock things in the house. So when I was little, I read like a book that talked about it.
That's the plot of Spy Kids.
Is she destined to marry Meghan Trainor?
Whoa.
Why do I have to be Junie? Huh?
Because Junie's amazing. What do you mean, why do you have to be
What about
Junie?
Carmen?
Carmen's even better.
Carmen's great. Junie's amazing.
Carmen's better than Junie. Junie's a little bit. Sometimes.
Wow.
Anyways.
I have made a mistake. A grave and clerical error.
Well, you know what? Maybe I just assume that you know everything.
Dad, can I be straight up with you? That's what Kevin taught me that word. Do you know what that means?
I think I do, but
Yeah, like-
Kevin has some new
Let's be
words.
real with each other. How about that?
Sure.
I think you can trust me with a lot more stuff than you think. Like I am
my little one. I don't
5, 8, 9, 12, 34.
My God.
The numbers, Mason.
Binary.
But
it's not that I don't trust you.
You're trying to protect me. I get it, Dad, but I'm very capable, and I want you to trust me.
I trust you. I trust you with my heart. You are my firstborn.
Of course. I guess what I'm asking is trust me with more than just your heart.
With my feet? What do you want me to trust you with?
You don't need to protect me, Dad.
I will always protect you.
Yes, but I can protect myself too.
Sure. But every person needs other people in their ring.
Of course.
You are a very capable young Leonin. And I would not want it any other way.
Yeah.
Because I was like you when I was a child, rambunctious and not maybe invisible as much as you can be, but I was like you. But it is important that you have people that care for you.
Yes. What I'm saying, especially if we're in Revan and something happens again where we're in trouble, I don't want you to get hurt because you're worried about me or Mom. We can take care of ourselves. We're good at that.
I don't think you're not. I will never not care about the two of you with the most immense passion that I've ever felt in my life. You two are the greatest gifts that I have been given on this planet. And I have lost you once, and I will not lose you again. And if that means that I get a little nervous sometimes, that is how I'm going to live my life, because I am your father. But you are right, I should trust you more. So, I will do that. I hear you. But I will always care for you, and I will always be worried about you. You are my daughter.
We lost you too, Dad.
And I know that fact too. And it is one that I live with a lot. But I'm learning to not be so hard on myself.
Good.
At least I'm trying to.
I love you, Dad.
I love you too.
You're my best friend.
Oh. You're my best friend too. Well, I've got a few. You're one.
Just give me a hug.
Kallias is one.
Just hug me. She goes and hugs you.
Kind of behind hug. We're on a horse. Are we not on a horse?
I think she like crawled to the front. Like she's sure-footed.
Okay. That's fair.
And she kind of sits on like the front of the horse behind you, and she hugs you, and you feel a wet finger into your ear, and she goes, "Nowhere safe, motherfucker," and disappears.
I don't appreciate the language. Oh.
All right.
What a child.
I believe that is the end of our travel moments. As we approach the end of the 4th day, the sun is setting.
Dawn of the 2nd day. Look at these.
And in the distance, at first it just looks like a small mountain on the horizon as you guys go over more after more, over the hills and through the orchards of lower Revan. When you get closer, you realize that it is a mountain, but it's a city built on top of this quickly rising slope. For those who've been there before,
like at the top, sorry, just for my visual.
it's a very steep mountain suddenly.
And then at the top is the city?
City is the whole thing,
The
and
whole
below
mountain
it
is the city.
Whoa.
For those who know it, the
That's
pinnacle,
cool as fuck.
the pinnacle of the city is the Promethean Tower, and if you know it, just kind of down to the right is what's known as the palace. You see, as you go down at the base of the mountain, as we're starting to come closer and closer, you can make out just barely if it's very clear and beautiful weather. It's actually perfect weather. On a clear day, you can see forever, and you do. And you see the inner wall at the base of the mountain with these circling kind of structures built on these massive buttresses that kind of support and build up the upper city. And then kind of sloping down and over the 2 rivers that straddle the main part of Revan, you see the rest of the city, the lower city. Along the hills, there's one hill across the western river, a few buildings on that, and a small tower on the end of that hill, and a plain over on the eastern side of the river. In the middle, you see many, many buildings, and an outer wall that encircles just about everything. The sun is shining. Golden hour hits the city.
Oh my god. I hate that song.
The architecture is Gothic, and the sun hitting it gives us this almost like juxtaposition kind of vibe to it, whereas it feels like you see the architecture like, oh, it should be kind of like rainy, right? But the sun hits it, and it's just a city that's known for death looks golden.
A city that's known for death.
Lilith, Ryujin, after a little more than an incredibly long year, year and a half really, since you kind of left, both of you, you see home. A shining beacon in the capital of the Empire.
All right.
Here we are.
Nearing sundown, you approach the walls. There are a small line moving pretty quickly, just letting people in as the gates will soon be shut at sundown. And as you approach, a guard kind of looks up, sees the group of you, and says, "All right, what the business here, Revan?"
Just coming home.
Do we have to have a business?
Just question for the what was it, a census? That's what we're doing. And there's like one of like it seems like the captain goes, "Aye, yes, a census. Just get their names and why they're here. in their number. So this guard comes with, so I need to know your names, how many's traveling with you in this party, and also your reason of coming.
Some of us live in the low town, and some of us work in the Promethean Tower.
Alright. Now it, fuck, I'm going into French. I wasn't supposed to.
It's too late.
It was French.
Down the lower city, I'll say, is where you're going, visiting, returning home after a trip. Where'd you go?
What is this, customs?
All over. Basically.
We were just in Nesselton, and then we are coming back up here.
Where didn't we go, my friend? Oh my goodness. What's your name?
My name's Private McCready.
Private?
Private McCready.
That's your station, right?
Shut the fuck up, you guys.
The two of them.
You can play snooker?
Oh, I'm from Northumberland. I play
You're from fucking Hull, mate. You're from fucking Hull is where you are. You go to the aquarium much, it's well big.
Is his name, is Private his station and
No, my name's Angus McCready.
There it is.
But you can just call me Private McCready.
I think I prefer Angus.
Private McCready.
Who's drunk?
We have...
Why?
He's pretending.
Oh.
God damn it, guys.
It's called acting.
This was whispering. This was me whispering to Leonidas to catch him up on what was happening.
Is Ember okay?
Can I... Wait.
Literally.
Sorry. We're planning on going to... What was the place called?
Villa Brass.
That one. We're gonna be there. In the morning, you can ask us.
Alright.
Sorry, it's.
And what was the
been a while.
name of the group you're traveling with, or your names all individually?
Which is
The Gavins is
Roll me
my
a deception check.
my
How about,
family.
can it be with advantage?
No.
Because we're all
No.
We're all kind of staring at each other.
Yeah, we're not even saying it. We're not helping at all.
The lead
In
paints
fact.
there are strong. Just like,
That's a 26.
Wow.
what he does.
Wow,
Rolled well and wouldn't even get close. Just, alright, then, if you're familiar with the rules of Revan, don't kill, don't find caught stealing, don't do nothing.
Are you familiar with the rules of
Is and he pulls out a pamphlet and like hands it like, just familiarize yourself if you're not local. If you're local, I trust what you're doing.
What's your favorite drink? I'm sorry, I love your accent. It's the voice is amazing. What's your favorite drink?
I love a nice cold cup of whiskey.
Okay.
Right.
Let's make that happen right now.
We have a bar.
No, I always
So
have a bottle in my
I'm
bag.
working right now. I can't be doing that.
I just poured a flask.
You gotta, yeah.
Close it up.
My boss is right there.
Shh. Sleight of hand.
Shh. Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
I rolled a 2.
So he just says sleight of hand out loud.
Sleight of hand, mate.
No, I have sleight of hand.
To be fair,
I
Ember is
rolled a
also.
2.
Doesn't matter how sly you're gonna do it. He's gonna yell.
I'm
sleight
not
of
handing
hand.
it to him. I'm gonna slide it into his pocket. How about that?
Well, we're not asking you to take a shot, Private. We're just saying that here you go.
Can we get in the city now, please?
22. All right.
Can we get in the city now, please?
All right.
It's a flask.
Thank you for your contribution to the support of the guard of this city. Enjoy your return back home to Revan.
Now listen here. There may be people following us.
Now, why'd you go and say that?
They're fans.
Oh,
I'm a performer.
You're a band?
You could say.
Some of us are part of it. Some of us are just with it in general.
What you guys performing while you?
Well,
I
good,
love
mate.
I love music.
Improvising.
We've performed before. We each have our own little
Ah,
instrument.
what was? Were you performing while you're here? Do you have any gigs lined up?
We're not ready right now, but you will get a front row seat. Good night.
Open the gates,
Private.
Okay, yeah, go. I mean, what's the name of the band so I can keep my ears up for you?
We're called
The Dream Crew.
Dream Crew.
We're called.
And what's the vibe of your music?
Lo-fi dreams.
Yeah.
Lo-fi. I never heard of that.
It's a soundscape, isn't it? It's about immersing yourself in the sound.
There's a little bit of scatting every once in a while.
Your lo-fi scatting band.
You know.
It's immersive music, mate. Just get with the program and listen.
I can show you some of our scatting.
Alright, Alright, I can get down with that one. Well, I'll keep an eye out for the band, and I can't wait. I'll be right in the front row, vibing with you.
The dragon. Is the dragon allowed inside?
Oh, I missed the dragon now, didn't I?
You missed the huge dragon.
Shouldn't have said it.
I would have just assumed that's a weird-looking horse. As long as you get it stable in the city, you can have these larger beasts, but a lot of the larger stables usually get filled. So if it turns, you can't be leaving that out in the street. So if there's no stable for your dragon, I would say go ahead and just let it fly around the city, hunt for itself, and stay outside the walls.
Angus, mate, you said that looks like an horse to you.
Mate, I got bad eyes.
Angus,
yeah, that's saying something.
So then, in fact, it is a horse. I was just wondering
Right.
what you would say.
Just make sure to stable your horses and don't kill no one.
Angus, you are both a gentleman and a scholar.
Ah.
Pat his uniform, dropping a gold
Doubloon.
piece. A gold doubloon. A gold piece, just like in his like.
Oh, I've never been tipped before. I'll take that. That's pretty neat,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, but we are late for our appointment with the audition. We need to go.
What? She's a manager.
Alright, then.
She is.
She
keeps us together.
She really cracks
Well,
the whip, if you know what
Can't
I mean.
wait to. Can't wait to be seeing you all at performing. I'll be there, slightly toked, ready to have some fun.
Thank you.
Fun.
The tongue thing that you just did, I hate.
That was
What is
crazy.
this?
Alright,
It's Kallias' alter egos in session like 4.
next please, go right ahead. Bar big horsey and slaps are on the butt.
So I had forgotten, quite candidly, I had forgotten that the Nightmare Krew's main specialty is absolutely traumatizing innocent blue collar workers.
Yes.
It's
really
all
true.
we have ever done.
Okay. Above table. The theory is that if we throw them off balance, getting under their skin, but then also confiding in them, they have a sort of. It's also just me knowing how to play Woody's NPCs.
Sure. I was gonna say, like, it's gonna be our luck one day and we
that's a
run into a
loyal
fucking
friend.
zealot and we get jailed just for, like, talking back.
Yeah.
Yep.
And when that day comes,
They can try and
I
jail
will
us.
apologize.
Yeah.
Not him. He said noted.
So you have now are in the lower city.
What's happened?
Fuck yeah, of
Lilith?
Revan.
Don't worry about it.
Lilith takes the lead, and
Lilith
it's
takes the
very clear that she knows exactly where Villa Brass is.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
You guys make your way through the winding streets of lower city of Revan.
What's the vibe? Like, are we talking,
Yeah.
I don't know, like, plague era European city in the lower city? Are we talking, Victorian? Like, what's the general...
What did you expect?
In lower city Revan,
Mhm.
I'm expecting something like a cross between, what the fuck is the street name? Lower King's Landing, the bad street.
Flea Bottom.
I'm expecting something cross between Fleet Bottom and, like, Gaslamp Fantasy.
Okay. Not really.
Okay.
There's probably a corner that's very flea-botted me, but not in this area. Clean.
It's a pretty nice place.
Nice.
Like, what are the buildings made out of? What the roads made? Like
Wood, some stone, kind of mix in Lower City. Maybe some alleyways. I'm more like maybe there's like a lean-to, but not too much in there. It's clean. You two would find that weird.
Yeah, that it did not look like
no.
this.
What do you mean?
It was pretty cramped and dark and dirty.
And sick. It's just, you could smell it in the air. How?
And how did the people look? Are the people that we can see
People
pleasant?
look pretty normal. Roll me a vibe check.
Yeah.
What the fuck is a vibe
Insight.
check?
Just glance over at somebody.
Oh.
Just like, yep, I'm normal.
Normal man. I'm Chris Norman.
John
Did
Human.
you roll a natural 20?
I rolled a natural 20. Dan!
I am a human.
I am one with the vibes.
Let me tell you something. I love the fact that this group of people, every time I roll a natural 20, it's like Christmas morning.
And if Drew rolls, we're like, yeah.
Whatever. Fuck it.
But if you roll
I got
that
just go
one,
another
we'll
one.
all be like,
You rolling like
I do
dog
roll that
shit.
once.
So it balances. The
It's
check
usually
balances.
after I roll a nat 20, I'll roll a nat 1.
I'd much rather you
so
roll
we found
high
that it's just balanced.
this
Yeah.
end of the campaign than the first end of the campaign.
Well, we're already past the first end of the campaign.
So, what'd you get?
I didn't roll.
No, who rolled vibes? What'd you get?
7.
What'd you get?
A natural 20.
What'd
Wait,
you
for...
19.
I rolled a natural 20 for insight?
Yeah.
A 27.
Wow, your insight's high.
Papa.
So, with the natural 20, you get the sense that people are pretty happy. Like, there doesn't seem anybody too hardly chuffed.
Is it normal?
Until
Excuse me. Hold on.
you guys round a corner. And you see, like, in this, like, beautiful sunny day, this, like, a sunset coming in, golden hour, you see a corner building on a block burnt down. Just like this whole building was, and you can still smell the smoke. There's some people picking through the rubble. Lilith, you recognize this. This is an old kind of coffee shop that used to be there. And like a pottery barn kind of thing. They did pottery, they did coffee. It wasn't actually Pottery Barn.
Pottery Barn?
Yeah.
Let's get some accessories! Yeah!
It was a ye old Pottery Barn. But like, it was like a pottery store, like ceramics and coffee and tea.
Lilith, and Ryujin, I, as the kids would say, and my daughter and the robot, the vibes in here are off. And, but back there they seemed cool. But was that burnt? I don't know anything about this place.
But you do, don't you?
Not
Have you
really.
been here before?
I've been here a few times, but again, quite nervous during those times because I knew I was meeting my in-laws.
Understandable.
Yeah.
There are people picking through the rubble, and kind
Does
of
it
like
look fresh burnt? Like we're talking fresh out of the
Still
womb?
some smoke.
there's some smoke and
Oh,
there's
wow.
some smaller bits.
Okay.
It has been put out. There's no active fire, but there is still some heat to it. And this halfling man is kind of picking through the rubble, trying to find some stuff.
Oya did say there was some malcontentment. People were resisting.
And then it would get shut down.
Should we ask?
Do you know that building?
I mean, it was a coffee shop. But I didn't really frequent it that much.
Perhaps this is something we come back to in the morning. Other than one burnt building, it doesn't seem like this is the recently violently seized capital of an empire.
I'll say it seems chipper than it should be.
It wasn't like this when I lived here. It wasn't this nice.
No.
What does that mean?
It's only really nice the farther up you go.
So there's been improvements?
It's been yeppified.
It's been gentrified.
Gentrified.
Yeah.
Let's get to the pub.
In terms of loudness, Revan versus Count Mesa.
Cannon Mesa is really fucking loud. At least how you remember it. This one, Revan is like loud, but
Like Edinburgh vibes.
yeah, it's very much Edinburgh vibes. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
big time. Like it's loud. It's a city. It's a big city, but it's not like Canada Mesa is really fucking loud.
Right. Boisterous.
Yeah.
That's also like a trade city,
Canada Mesa is a industry city, not trade. Whereas Revan is mostly just a culture city.
So
And now
we're
the capital of an empire.
Yeah.
we're almost to Villabras, and I spend a lot of time here. So there may be people there who know me. Just a heads up.
Do you want that?
I mean, it's the crew. That's where Eris is from too.
Who's that?
So not in a bad way that people know you, like, well, not
depends.
Bad. Well, fair.
I mean, the last time I remember bumping into people who knew you, you went out of your way to hide from them.
But that was the royal guard, I'm pretty sure.
No, these are people who were my friends, but the last time I saw them, I got Christopher killed, and yeah. So just the vibes are weird. They make it weirder.
I can make you look different.
I think I have to face this.
Oh yeah, totally.
But thank you.
Of course.
Okay.
Shall we? Maybe they're not there though, and then I'll just keep avoiding that forever.
No.
What problems?
Not forever, but understandable that you're feeling that way right now.
You approach Villabras.
Which just means low
Stage?
town in French.
Yeah. You approach the inn.
Okay.
Looks the same. You enter.
Mm-hmm.
Looks the same.
It's good to know that some things don't change. Did you ever come here?
You have.
Yeah.
Are we talking dive bar? Are we talking
yeah.
Like cozy, nice dive bar, you know?
Yeah.
Like cozy pub.
Yeah.
Cheers.
That the floors are kind of sticky sometimes.
But the good kind, you know,
but
the
the good
kind where it's
kind.
like
I don't know. What that means.
Not everybody knows your name,
It's like
but
good
some.
sticky in the way that you're like, lots of people
come here.
Yeah,
It's
and
like-
that's-
it brings back the good memories, right, from the time
Yeah.
you spend.
For the record, no stickies.
I was about to say, not
No,
something
in
Will
writing.
empathizes with, certainly.
No, I would actually hate that in real
Yeah.
life. But
Clean your fucking floors.
Fucking spoons. Every spoon's is sticky. Or carpeted.
What's a spoon?
It's a Witherspoons in London.
Oh.
you carpet the bar, is what you're saying?
Yeah, nice shag.
That'd be so disgusting.
We go in.
And expensive.
Should we get a booth?
You guys walk in
we
and
should get
it's
a room.
pretty dark in here. The blinds have been pulled, and there's a lone bartender, a couple bar patrons, one sitting at the bar, and there's another one kind of sitting at a table. There are some booths lining up one of the walls. All the blinds are drawn by them. No lights being let in. Not unfamiliar. Like it's not as like usually there'd be more people in here at this time of day, but I don't know. You know what's going on.
Who is in the bar?
Roll me a perception check.
I'll do the same.
Yeah, both of you.
Oh, fuck.
The two.
23.
23? 26. You recognize nobody.
Okay.
It is not the same bar. You used to know. You especially knew all the bartenders. This guy's new.
Okay. Lilith holds up a finger to them and then walks up to the bartender. And
You walk up. It's a kind of a burly femme dragonborn, and she kind of looks up and goes, how can I help you?
I'm looking for the blind skull.
Do you have a password?
For those listening, I put my finger to my lips.
She puts her finger to her lips.
Thanks, close caption.
Thereby showing the
audio description.
Yeah.
sign
Warren.
She says that.
Warren.
And nods and says
Warren.
And it's kind of like puts her head over to the right, and you see a curtain that you would assume was a window, but it's a big window. But it's as you kind of like closer inspection, there's a door.
Let's go. Let's roll.
You guys head down.
Autobots.
Roll out. Through the curtain, in a little antechamber. And the first thing, as you walk in this room, it's a small room. You're like, oh no! And there's 2 doors. I'll just fast forward. One of the doors, you kind of peek your head in, it's a janitor closet. The other door, a pisser.
Sick.
You go deeper into the janitor closet room, and there's a false door on the back side of it.
Supplies.
Nice.
You guys, and noise is coming from down below, and you head down.
It's bumping down here.
And you finally reach the blind skull of the Fembras.
The femur bone.
Villabras?
Oh, Villabras, yeah, Villabras. Villabras. And it feels a lot more how it used to be. It is lively, it is dark, it is jovial. There are these floating rocks kind of up, just floating in the air, giving it a sense of light in there. And it's almost a one-for-one recreation of upstairs, just hidden away. This was not here when you guys came here before. This is new. And it kind of looks new, too. Like, it kind of looks like thrown together, but in a nice way.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite as cozy as the upstairs, but private.
Mm-hmm.
Is the floor as sticky as upstairs?
Floor is slightly stickier because there's more people here, and is getting closing in the evening, but not too bad. Like only really sticky in like some service areas where like maybe some drinks were spilled, but they're clean and they're wiped. The bar is not sticky. The bar is not sticky, and neither are the taps. That's very important. The toilet seats sticky as fuck though. Don't know why.
Sorry.
Are we do we know?
Be sticky than the toilet seats.
Do we see now any people we know?
You recognize a few people.
Sick.
Within the room. Lilith, right away, and Ryujin, right away. You both recognize a person you both recognize. More of an
Separately
acquaintance.
or the same?
No, same person.
Okay.
We go, oh, that's her at the same time.
You haven't seen them in a while. They're kind of more of an acquaintance, but like you knew each other, you're friends. A tall half orc, female, long blonde, beautiful hair, busty, nails done. Got full on chest booty.
God,
What
why?
does that mean?
Why? It didn't have to be this way.
She got booty and chest booty.
I now understand what that means.
And you recognize her as Alva.
How do you know Alva?
She was an old. We talked about it a while ago.
I think I've forgotten what we talked about. But
yeah.
Alex, I tell her, but Drew doesn't remember. Drew forgot.
It's been 3 years.
It's been 3 years since we quit. We decided that like Drew knew one of the party members, and I decided that it was Alva.
Yes, I remember talking about this, but I forgot.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Is Alva the only one?
Who you see at the moment? Yes.
Okay, Lilith. Takes away.
Okay, roll me a stealth check.
Don't pick it up with your
Like to just try to blend in.
Mm-hmm.
Do you tell me that you're trying to hide from this
I'm not
person?
trying to hide. I'm
Or
just
like
trying to. You know
like-
when you see a person at a bar and you're like, I'm just gonna play it cool and
yeah.
hope they don't recognize me. That's what she's doing.
Okay. Sure, dude.
What's 17 plus 18?
25.
30 something?
35.
35. I've lied.
Are you wearing anything like a hood or like a hat or anything?
No.
Nice.
You now have my cowboy hat.
You have definitely blending in with a cowboy hat.
Well, I mean, now it should like.
Yeah, no, 100%. Your ears are now kind of poking out the sides.
Great.
Who even are you?
I'm a new woman.
Exactly.
But there you all are.
Should I start talking like, oh yeah?
Yeah. That's the Marvel disguise, isn't it? The hat and the
Yeah, sunglasses. You guys are at a bar. What do you want to do?
Exactly.
We're supposed to ask, Lilith says quietly in the din, and we're supposed to ask for the gonfalon. Do you think we should just ask the bartender
That'd probably be
for them?
Do you know people in here?
I see one person, and I will talk to them. But
Could we ask them?
We should probably wait. We'll talk to the bartender, just so we don't have to put Lilith through so much before we can get the information we need.
Whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to
the
do.
thing.
Unless you want to talk to them.
I want to talk, but I'm a chicken shit.
That's understandable. Do it when you're ready.
Desperately uncomfortable.
I mean, of all the people to meet first, Alva's probably the best.
Oh, well.
Well, that's good.
Alva or Audrin?
Are there many people you know or you knew in the city that you would be happy to see now?
I mean, I'd be happy. I'm happy to see Alva's alive, and I
Right.
hope Audrin's alive. And there's also Rosaline, Christopher's sister.
And that
That'll
would be a
probably
good
be
thing.
the toughest.
It would be a tough conversation. She's pretty intense.
Let's avoid that.
Do you want?
I have something I need to give her though. If she is alive.
Do you want us to go with you?
Just like throw it at her and run.
A pass and throw.
I mean, I've all seen your darknesses and struggles. You might as well see mine.
Yeah. Okay. As long as you're okay with that. We're here
Maybe
to support.
we order drinks and casually slip the gonfalon into conversation.
Gonfalon.
Yeah, whoever that is.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That, yeah.
But we
Yeah,
think
so
asking the bartender.
Well,
We already made it down to the secret bar beneath the bar.
We also.
What's another secret shed?
Are we talking out loud right
That's
now?
an easy ask.
Well, we're like kind of whispering to each other.
Yeah, a little bit of a whisper circle.
Okay.
I would say.
It's a loud bar. I'm assuming it's.
What? How many? What? Because
I was gonna
Yara, Keepa,
I
who's
was gonna.
invisible.
Oh, okay, she's invisible. I was gonna ask. There's a 12-year-old in here.
But she's invisible. They
But
didn't
in
know.
like the UK, they allow kids in bars.
Yara, Keepa, Tatsu.
She's 12 and participated in.
And then.
The downfall of a god.
Yeah,
Right.
So there's 8 of you that walked in are just kind of like standing in the corner looking around, whispering. So
Let's
people are
be
trying to
normal.
kind of look at you guys and be like,
Let's be normal and go to the bar first and,
Yeah.
and grab some drinks. Yes, disperse.
We disperse, but all go the same direction.
Yeah. Okay, y'all bell up to the bar. What'd you get in your stealth again?
35.
Okay.
Big.
Large.
What stealth?
Close.
Damn. What?
Okay, you guys order drinks. I'll let you guys decide what drinks you get. And there's a kind of a large, like high top table, kind of like a long like peasant's table.
What was the name of it again?
Gonfalon.
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 I get a beer and I get Yara a ginger beer. And I get Keepa a juice.
Can I have a Woopio?
Yeah, sure.
I'm kidding.
I don't know what that is.
I want a whiskey stat.
A double
bitch.
shot whiskey.
Hey. No.
Lilith orders a beer to be sent over to Alva.
Okay.
My friend, I say, the Ember says to the bartender, my friend told me about this place. Told me that their favorite drink was the Kyle already forgot it.
Gonfalon.
Gonfalon.
Roll me a persuasion check, please. This is a elven bartender cleaning a glass. Stern looking dude.
Moon elf or regular elf?
Moon elf.
Oh, I'm gonna give you one of my inspirations.
You have inspiration. You both have inspiration and you have inspiration according to the chat.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to briefly ask, as we were passing through the city, was there any particular like majority of species breakdown that we saw? Like,
Lots of elves.
Elven, okay.
Lots of elves.
There was like no one like where there wasn't any
like, did we see any other species?
Oh
that-
yeah. You saw halflings, you saw humans, you saw like a lot of like custom lineages, inter species. It's Revan's pretty diverse, but like there is the majority is elf and like elven kin.
And when you say elf, moon elf?
Moon elf, sun elf, more like your generic kind of all around elf. You even saw maybe a couple seemingly Ladrin around. Like any elven kin you can find.
Great. Ladrin.
That's a filthy 20.
A filthy 20. See, I kind of like.
And of course, there's a gold piece that is like at the tip of my fingers on the bar.
Bite it.
And kind of shoos you away.
Turns to Ryujin.
He has no idea where that's been.
You guys get back to the table.
What if I was
You
some
see
sort
the
of
beer
slow?
arrive to Alva, and you see her kind of go, the fuck? Alright. And like,
Damn, done
boom!
one.
And then you see her kind of look around. Just like having a good time, enjoying, like she's like drinking some kind of a drink out of a coupe glass. And you see her eyes kind of like go like glaze over, like she's like listening to something, but like nobody's around her.
Uh-oh.
And then she kind of like looks around and looks towards y'all's table.
She's got an earpiece.
And she kind of goes to the bartender, gets and like asks him and gives her a bunch of shots. She comes up.
She's going for no.
To your table, puts it down. Do you hide yourself, or are you right there?
No, Lilith takes off the cowboy hat and hands it back to Ryujin.
Lilith, you're here.
As she, as she like throws down, says, and she goes, "Okay, so I heard that you are," and she sees your face.
Hi.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. You stupid son of a bitch, come here. And she like just like fucking tackles you with a huge hug and just like, and won't let go. Like lasts for a while. You feel her beautiful breasts push up against you. She smells like flowers.
They're a little heavy.
Very heavy.
Why are we all of a sudden in a romance novel?
She's basically Hannah. For those
All of a
who
sudden,
don't-
get the
for those who
fuck out
don't
of the
know her,
kitchen.
I would say if I were to compare,
Come on.
if Sydney Sweeney was a half orc, half orc, half elf.
She does. I watched.
I have nothing to say.
I watched a rom-com with her the other day.
Let's
Okay.
And
let's leave it alone. Let's leave it there when we're live.
Hi.
I'll say it after when we're.
That's fine.
Don't even say it then.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna listen.
Somebody please send me assistance. Send me a small amount of help, please.
He needs a parent.
On Grubhub or like Etsy or something. Send me help.
On what hub?
On what hub?
Still team
I'm so
6.
close.
She's a friend of the show. She wants to be.
Yeah. And just like, and the hug lasts for a long time, and she just is breathing you in. Kyle's back. Where have you? Fuck. And you see her eyes kind of go. She's like, shush, shush. Sorry. Udrin is. He says to say hi.
Are the rest of you alive? Is Rosaline alive?
Yes. Kind of looks around. Follow me. Bring. I have no words. Cheers.
I take Yara's and I say, "You're pregnant," and I drink them both.
Hell yeah. All right.
And you know Ryujin as well.
I remember you.
It's good to see you.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh,
I'm good.
Good.
You look good.
Thank you.
Oh.
You do too. As well.
I know it.
I know.
kind of like.
Is Rittenhask present for this?
Here? Rittenhask just like he has this like big mug of dark beer and just like.
Oh, it's giving Polly. I understand.
Yeah,
Okay.
And like, and he has like on his mustache just like a big old bit of foam. It's like
Gravity on my face.
Big old half orc mommy, half orc half elf mommy. Yes, with Dumpy and chest booty. Yes.
We follow her.
Yeah.
I never thought would say I would miss wild space. But I miss the cold, quiet embrace of the stars.
Oh, my dear friend.
Someone, Cherry in the chat just said Ryujin has a type.
Wow.
Can we put that on merch?
Although
I miss the cold, quiet embrace of the stars.
Just classic.
That is not only.
We didn't linger on it, but Baron Tylerville totally had some tickle bitties.
Tickle bitties.
Yeah, well, Kallias doesn't miss those either.
Can I just say that I miss the coldness of the stars is also a very well champion.
Well, yeah,
yeah,
shocking.
Yeah.
Leads you into the back room, and kind of like through another kind of janitor closet, and you go down even deeper.
Oh.
Down another like kind of like some flight of stairs, and that's a little dank and down here. Still doesn't like not terrible, but like just like has like wet air. As you guys enter this room, to the right there is a small seating area with a table and a small bar, and then to the left is a.
What is this, Great Jones with like 8 bars?
Kind of.
The old Cheshire.
And to your left, you see that there is your old friend, Audrin. You see in a chair that has wheels on it. Seemingly has
Professor
Charles.
X.
No, has lost one of his legs.
Oh no.
But kind of turns the chair around and sees you and says, I don't know whether to punch you, shoot you, or kiss you. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you. I was worried y'all were going to be dead.
We have a lot to catch up on. And kind of like looks down like at his non-existent leg.
Okay, what?
I'm gladly give my old
It's
red
gonna be a hard
leg.
conversation for Lilith, considering.
She's unable.
You see her friend go.
Wow.
It's okay, we can get
Maybe
wrecked.
we'll go
we can
back
get wrecked
upstairs. Oh boy, that's not good.
That's hilarious.
And Auden kind of has it like he looks like Jesper from Six of Crows, if anybody knows.
Yeah, handsome. He's very handsome. Has this like this like beautiful like really dark skin, and these like dark brown eyes. And you see on the wheelchair, on like the wheel, there are holsters with guns in them.
Oh, so actually Jesper.
Yeah, he has a gun.
Literally strapped.
Yeah, he's he's got a battle wagon, so to speak.
That was Jesper.
Some gun holsters.
Jesper had it. Jesper had a cane.
No, that's my guy Cat. Jesper's the guy with the cane.
Yeah.
Or the guy with the guns.
Audrin kind of looks towards Alva, and I heard you, and points towards Ember, asking for, what was it?
Gillyweed.
I don't remember how it's pronounced, but I guess we all know we're here at this point.
We're looking for the Gonfalon.
Who told you about the Gonfalon?
Nobody.
Fair. For our audio
those who
listeners,
listen,
multiple
we are just
characters put their fingers to their
mouths.
So, I like that. I like this.
Yeah. We'll work on it.
And kind of looks around and says, fair.
That's the loudest fucking water.
That's very loud water.
Well, it's Canada.
That's Canada Dry. Got them hard bubbles.
Canada knows how to dry.
Imagine sitting next to it, okay? This feels so crazy to me.
Brings you. There's one more door left. Odrin kind of like wheels over, kind of looks towards. Compartmentalize. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Lilith takes off her jacket and folds it very neatly and just puts it under her arm.
And then opens the door, and you guys walk into this very cold room. It is dark. There's very little light other than a small, kind of cold pool in the center of this room, and kind of sitting in it, almost like it's a hot tub. But you can just, it's like you can see like almost ice crackling over the top, forming. You see Rosaline sitting in the pool. Not quite the Rosaline you recall. The beautiful red tiefling, her skin has gone more of a reddish gray. And she has these gray, inky eyes.
Oh no.
For those of you who have senses, I think some of you do, immediate undead.
Wait. Sense what?
Like divine sense.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll mark one off.
Undead.
Honestly, same. I'll mark one off.
Oh no.
She looks up,
Actually, I think I just
Like
have
brother, like sister.
just do it.
sees you all. Her eyes, her like gray eyes, lock on you. She doesn't breathe. Shows very little emotion. Gets out of the water.
What
Don't
young
give me-
actress does she look like?
No.
Don't give him the ammo.
Not gonna say.
I was being facetious.
Still, either way.
Will so sad.
Puts on a robe. Sees you. And eyes don't leave you.
Lilith does not blink. She's just eyes locked.
Goes over to where now your eyes have adjusted. There's a little table with some jugs. Pours herself a glass of something. And drinks it. And when she drinks it, this almost color returns to her. She walks over to you. You can see the gray eyes, a little bit of pupil now, like iris and pupil. You can see in her old, beautiful kind of, she these like bright green eyes. You see a little bit of them. What happened?
Lilith takes the jacket, Christopher's jacket, and puts it in one hand and then pulls out the 3 daggers that she took from his body, places them on top of the jacket, and then hands it to Rosaline.
She looks at it. The cup of the liquid she's still drinking comes up. More color returns to her. Her eyes become a bit more clear. I don't want that. It was never mine. If anything,
have given it to you anyways. We have a lot to talk about.
Clearly.
But first, there's something I've been wanting to do for a while. She gets close.
Ember has hand on sword.
Yeah, Leonidas has hand on hammer.
Hand on hammer. She comes in, gives you a kiss on the cheek, and the kiss is icy cold. I've missed you, my friend. And that is where we're gonna end.
Okay.
Crazy.
I was gonna get stabbed.
I thought about it. Cool. Well, hey everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We will see you next week.
Next week
for New York.
Warren.
Nice.
Hey guys, thank you for all the new people in chat who feel like
Revan.
And welcome back to Revan.
Welcome to Revan.
Yeah.
to Revan.
Long time coming.
And a long time to get there.
Also, a long time to get there. About 3
Gooning.
years.
At some point during our journey, FimFam did use his sending stone bracelet to do a sending to Desiderium.
Yeah, to be like, hey,
Be like, hey.
how you doing? Miss you.
Hags.
We're going.
Hags.
We're in Cordia. We're gonna be in Revan.
Let's throw back.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Hags is
Yeah, you get like a
Stained in my brain.
yeah. Really nice to hear you. I'm just, doing my thing, working. I'm kind of helping out this group that I met. They're pretty cool. Not as cool as you guys though, of course. I really liked you guys, like truly. I don't say it to everybody, but I'll see if I can, swing down there. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see what my schedule's like. But
Okay.
I miss you.
Oh.
Say it.
Well, clearly he misses her too. He just called her, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
All right. Perfect. I like that. All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We'll see you next week. As always, we're going to go raid somebody. Give them that good old
Pillage the village.
thick
Bard's love.
bony love. Give them that bard's bone, that bony bone.
Join our Discord.
Go home.
Follow
Join
us
our
on
Discord.
YouTube or
Yeah.
we will kill a player.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I don't have a knife. I'm not going to take out a knife on
Kill a
stream.
character. I just said
But
on player.
I'll kill a
I
player.
was like, wait, you
He said it.
kill
on
a
stream.
player?
Said it. Now I think John might not be coming back.
can try.
John's never coming back.
Yeah, John.
Unless-
You guys think John is fighting rats? No, he's fighting me.
It's funny, every time that Woody's not on stream, he's just fighting John. So every moment that we're not streaming,
Wait, is every time
just,
I'm not on stream, John's not on stream?
I've never seen you two in the same spot at the same time.
It's true. It's because
like Batman.
Yep.
But you do. Usually.
Good night, everybody.
For every
everyone.
week
Thank
that
you
we
so
don't
much.
have a 5,000K subscribers to YouTube, I'll cut off a toe.
This is
You're
Saw.
going on a watch
The
list.
government
You're going
agent
on a
that
watch
watches
list.
you is
Okay?
just like, ooh.
I'm cutting off my own
I
toes.
mean, he could say he would kill a character, but he's had a hard time doing so.
Bex,
in the
John
past.
is
Thank you all for watching.
This is the stream right
Yeah,
now.
we're
actually.
I'm gonna
Discord.
cut off this stream, and I'm gonna cut off
No,
my own.
no, no.
Hey,
This is the end of this.
You know
Thank
what's
you.
funny? You know what's funny? John is caught up.
Discord.
John is tied up off screen.
Discord.
Here, he's over here.